Everybody. It's not night one. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it is night two, session six, spring 2023 Armor season, baby. Woo! That's right. Session six, zaniness, craziness, dreams made, other ambitions fallen. It all happens these 2 weeks, and then maybe a third, depending on how people need it. But we're coming to you live with some great games to start. I am Harrison or Sweezo, joined by my co-commentator Michael. Michael, how's it going?
It's going good this evening. How about yourself? You seem amped up, so
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm goosing for some good mahjong, and I don't know if I could have asked for a much better table. We got Kaz, Tucker, Simon, and the demon from Canada, Sylvie. Oh, she has been terrorizing every single session that she's been in, from my understanding. And then you have Simon, who's in the promotion, but not safe for sure. Kaz, who's just above demotion. Tucker, who's further down and is going to have a hard climb, but it's a doable one.
I'm not sure how Tucker's going to handle today. I don't really they're a strong player, but not really an explosive one. So
Yeah, that
I think this is not favoring their style.
yeah, that is the one thing. I actually saw Tucker this weekend and I asked them how are you feeling about it? And they seemed kind of they didn't seem like they were feeling great, but I mean, maybe something clicked or Tucker decided, you know what? Let's get a little crazy. Let's get zany for session 6. Let's make
Yeah,
something
I,
happen.
I I just don't know if I've ever seen like fuck it we ball like Tucker play. So
I mean, Tucker could also just have a good start. Like one good first, and all of a sudden you're right around Pio's range, and then two, and you're right around Leon. And while you're not figuring that the cut line's gonna move too much from there, there's still a lot of people really close. If Bishan, Riley,
there
if
could be
Kaz even, if you do good and Kaz does bad, Kaz could replace you up to a point or be another contender for demotion. There's a lot of wiggle room.
That's true. There could be movement down the lower end of the range there. All right. All right, we need to see those hands.
Oh, that's a great point. It's been a minute. Let's get these loaded up. Hands, weights. Let's walk us through, Michael. What are we seeing?
So Kaz has got what looks to be pretty much a ready-built Honitsu hand. I don't really see anything else coming out of this high pie here. Simon looks has a couple of Kanchan and an extended shape in Mon, but this looks like a hand that you just play straight, though it could end up on one of those Kanchans. Across the way, Sylvie looks like she might be going for a Chinitsu. Not quite certain yet. They still have that Ryokan shape in the Pinzu, but
I mean, it's
that
efficient, but it's pretty good Chinitsu shape. You have a lot
it's.
of
I
good
think it just
calls.
depends on yeah. What can you call? What do you draw? And Tucker's hand looks like
Yishanten already.
yeah, Ishanten.
Hopefully just a Pinfu, but is going to take just
Mm,
the early
is
reach
just gonna
Kanchan.
yeah. I think I understand. It's Dora one, so I think you
I
take that.
I get it. I understand it. I never take these because I never hit these. Even if it's an early Kanchan. I hate
This
it. Unless I have
I
something that's gonna
understand.
make me see a seven come out, then I just think I'm not gonna hit it. Just pass it up. Wait, your time will come. Build
Kaz
the
is
Suji
not
trap or something.
sure. Kaz is not actually, at least currently, taking the Honitsu. Um,
No.
sees the early Ricci and says, maybe I can pick up this Tatsudora one.
Well,
Maybe.
it looks like a Chanta for a while, especially with the one pin being Dora. You definitely want to
That's
work that in. And Kaz looked
yeah.
like
Oh,
that's what they were
that's
playing, but
yeah. If you
four mon's hard.
yeah, it looks pretty. There's no real indication that Formon is safe here at all. So, but yeah, the Chanta's a good point. You would have to draw pretty.
Yeah, and I mean
You'd
obviously a
have to
little
get that
bit.
9 mon. Oh,
Hmm.
just it says if I have to push something,
I mean, you
it'll
got
be.
two fives out at that point. That makes you a little bit more comfortable
It's
with it.
better than the 5 so.
You did also see two, three, and five mon come out from the left, so it's like if all that's out, are you really waiting on the four?
Mm, says I'm not gonna push this Dora Suji. So
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, if you're gonna take something, I think I like the call here. I don't know what I like to discard. I was gonna say I think that's right though. Chi the one two
oh
three and drop the 14 Suji,
yeah,
even
I
though it's
think
Dora Ryandan.
this puts you in a pretty like nasty situation though defensively.
Oh yeah, it's tough. Ah, and Kaz just full folds. Kaz is in the interesting spot too of Kaz wanting to play a little bit more defensive to open up this session just because they're in the middle of the pack right now. They don't really have the full incentive like, oh, I need to push super hard if I want to make a play on promotion.
Yeah,
They want to just
it's
avoid demotion, so they don't have to do great. They just have to not take big hits like in this situation if they get double rond or
uh
something happens. I mean, it's kind of cheap though. Tuhan, yeah, just Tuhan 40, 2600. Not the worst
really
deal in.
just scared of the Sosu tiles there, which
Yeah,
I think I do understand.
they were very expensive on the board, so doesn't surprise me one bit.
Quite a solid high pie for Simon. Um, I think looking around the table, well,
There's
Tucker's
some
got
challenge.
a highly callable hand.
Oh, Tucker doesn't want the toy toy. No! Actually, you can call the North. You can call the North again. Okay. And Tucker does opt to open up for the
Yeah,
Chun. Doesn't
there's
want to
still
cheat
like
toy out.
two more highly pwnable shapes
Well,
there.
North, assuming one's not buried, and then the nine's highly pawnable. Although there's already one nine out too, so
Oh yeah, I guess
that's a little
moderately
tough.
pwnable now.
I mean, you do have
Um,
a pretty good Chanta play though, and it looks like with Tucker dropping 5 peen, that is going to be the move. Still technically
it
efficient
does.
just to do that, but I would think with
And
keeping it
Kaz,
used.
yeah, Kaz's hand is pretty standard looking, not very fast.
No, very slow.
That that Manzu shape is really just a Ryoncon with the extra 9 on top. So
Hmm. Yeah, Sylvie's hand doesn't have too much going on. I mean, much better shape, looking like maybe a Tanya Pinfu, best case scenario. But you got to hit that 5 peen, and there's only one left, so
yeah, I was
that's
just
going to
about to say
slow the hand down a lot.
Sylvie's chances at completing this hand in a nice way really dying fast.
Oh, yeah, and Kaz has the last, so waiting on the 5 peen would be detrimental here. I mean, we also see Simon and Dealer see Ishanten on Chitoy, but also kind of
Oh,
playing around with a normal
there's
hand.
there's Tucker's Chanta Tenpai, but these threes are all situated quite snugly in the hand.
I mean, you do
So
have another.
there is one more.
And the five, I mean, you see three 5 peens as blockers, so you got to know either everybody's playing 1, 2, 3, or that 3 peen is going to be a hard tile to play in people's hands.
That's a good point.
That's one of the things that I like to think of when I'm like pushing or something. It's not only is this a good way? Can I reasonably get this? Either do I have something to trap it? Do I have something that makes this look good against me even though it wins? Or at the very least, if I don't win off of it, do I know that it's probably going to kill some hands? Unless they deal it, which then it deals into
Sure.
me. I think thinking
Yeah,
about how
I
you can
that's
block other people's hands, like especially on honor door rounds, which in this case it doesn't matter because already 2 Wests out, 3 Wests out. But like situations like that can be really beneficial to think about.
what do you think about this 8 cut? I don't
Um,
actually I don't love that cut.
I get it because the eight's safe, and then you just have to cut seven, which looks all right against the table, probably better than 3-4. But I don't really think you care about dealing into Tucker. I think you kind of just take an early read on it as like a chanta or something, and then keep it going. I mean, it worked though, because clearly you got the eight out of your hands. You're not drawing the nines, not getting the sixes. Tucker does draw
Nice,
too.
nice sumo for Tucker there. A decent little early lead uh, gained there. And we just need to switch. Though, um, Simon's hand actually, both Simon and Sylvie's hands look quite strong. Um, Sylvie's hand doesn't really have value right now, uh, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's quick though. Looks like reach pinfu, pretty standard.
Kaz with Dora 2 across the way may be a threat, though needs is at a shape deficit right now, or a block deficit. Gonna call for Tanyao.
I mean, I get it. It's Tanya. Store too. If somebody drops an 8 early for whatever reason, then you get to pawn it, and then all of a sudden you have Mongon threat. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that the hand it doesn't. I mean, it's one that's close to playing itself at least.
Yeah. You don't really see too much
You
benefit.
have to take this sheet
Yeah, you
seven, six,
probably
seven,
7
eight.
8. Yeah, right. I mean, I think if you want to go really aggressive, you could she for 5 7. But the
This
problem is if you get 9 mon, then you kind of hurt yourself. In this case, it would never happen, but I worry about the furry 10. And so I like
right.
just getting it out of the way for the hand, and then you have a slightly worse weight on 6 mon, but you would have had that anyway. Oh, and
Yeah,
there's that pawn. Mongon.
Simon kept it in hand for one turn and then said, "What is this doing in my hand? Like it's just going to become a
Yeah,
liability later."
doesn't fit now or never. And now we got a hand on our in our hands. We got Mongon Threat on board. Simon's Ishanten on a Reach Pinfudora. Sylvie is
So
not upgraded.
now we
I
have
mean, it's just 5-8, right?
yeah, you
Or
have to
could be Nobeton, yeah. I think I like the Nobeton here.
was deciding between 5-8 and the Nobetan and decides that the Nobetan, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
actually
I think the advantage for Nobeton too is you can work it down. So like on the off chance Simon reaches and you draw like a 3 mon, you can still have a Nobeton and drop Genbutsu 7, stuff like that. Oh, but apparently wrong on this board.
that's
Tough.
a really it's a really unfortunate backfire for Kaz.
But good news is sevens are looking pretty bad in people's hands now, as well as fours. You got 3 5s you can see, 2 6s.
Oh,
Yep,
there goes.
like that flows out.
Ah,
That's tough.
that's brutal.
I mean, you do gotta think that like when you're cutting that 5 from hand after like that late, it's probably something around it. Sylvie could have just missed it, focused on her own hand, or could have taken the risk, said maybe it was just a floater that was good.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Now we got Tucker in the driver's seat. They got pair of the smoking guns, double east, ready to call. Besides that, shape's not great. You got one completed meld, Bioncon. Okay, you're
That
filling
helps a
in a little
lot.
bit. But definitely it's all going to hinge. Can we get that east quick enough? Kaz, not too much going on. Standard Pinfu, shaping up. We got Simon across. Again, nothing too
Two
complex here.
two penchant. That's a little
It's tough, yeah.
needs work.
I mean, could potentially move toward Nitsu. Might decide Chitoi now with 3 pairs. And Sylvie, standard Pinfu hand, just still
Uh,
working up. And Tucker has gotten
Tucker,
Tenpai.
Tucker already Tenpai, but you can, you still can call
Oh,
for
free.
double and just move to the 2-5. So
That's what 96, because that's 340 dealer, or is that the 77 is dealer? If you call the
uh,
east and then get it.
if you call the east, that's not so that's 8 fu. If you I don't know if that I don't think this bumps to 40 without an additional.
Oh no, it would have to because you have the tunes called too, right?
So this should still be it's still 30. Oh, not in
Because
that.
it's open
I
tune. It's open
oh
tune, which is
Open
four,
tune,
and then
open
open.
tone
Yeah.
would
Okay.
be 8 fu. So it would just be 77, which is still pretty. That's still a heavy. It's a pretty heavy hit,
Oh,
regardless.
yikes.
So
I was thinking I didn't see the tones called, and I was like, oh, Tucker didn't get that one. Keep it moving. Speaking of what is going on with Simon's hand? Simon's Ishan 10. A sad Ishan 10 because you're watching all the value of your hand just wilt away with this Cheetoy, but still an Ishan 10 at that.
that is, yeah.
I actually, I really like the one peen cut here. I think I like the two peen. I like faking
If
that this isn't Cheetoy,
if you're
but
going to set this up as Chitoy, you do want the Sotagawa trap, potentially. But
yeah,
it looks like Simon might just.
I'll call it. Come on, come on.
I can't. This it's they're
This is
definitely hedging. I just don't know which way they want it to go.
and a challenge Cheetoy. Oh my god, challenge Cheetoy on the Chun Tonki. That's
Okay, so they're
so
just gonna
dirty.
call.
And now it's double one, so right, it's got to be. Actually, I might do double seven peen there because seven peen's not very callable and it looks pretty safe against 8-5. I'd probably take that gamble on that reach over double north.
I think I think double north might still be like
It's safer, but now you're kind of like giving up. Like I think double seven gives you a lot more flexibility
okay, I understand.
because
If
you're
you're still
yeah,
considering fighting, it looks like Simon is not still considering fighting.
still Ishanten.
Well, and I guess well, yeah, that's true. That 5 was it's Gembutsu and is not necessarily you can
Really
still recover.
importantly, Tucker is in Furry 10 right now on sumo. Would have just sumoed there if it was 6, 7, 8 peen, but I had 7, 8, 9. Kind of hitting some insane draws, but now here's where the tough part comes. How do you salvage this? I guess probably drawing 7 peen or 9 peen and
The
hoping for their
nines
Sanonko. Well, you could still get
the
Sanonko
nine's
on
going
sumo,
next.
but yeah, 9 peen's got to come out. Oh, and 7 peen could deal in across to Simon. Simon wanted to
I
challenge, might be rewarded.
It would be a cheap deal in.
It would. That is true. Tucker is in the lead too, and it is still East round, so you have another dealership.
Oh,
Oh,
doesn't
and somebody
matter.
finally decks out.
Wow.
I forgot about that tune. That took a while to come.
It did take a while. Oh,
Ah, it hurt too, Hanemon. Actually, worse for Tucker than just dealing in there.
yeah. Tucker should have
Ah,
known when to.
shoulda just understood Hanemon Sumo versus Cheap Deal, and what a
Yeah,
crazy
should
end.
have just know when to Sashikomi. That's the key.
I forgot that that was a reach right after the first tune had gotten on Shintanki. So dirty. Took that long for another to
Mm,
be drawn. Someone definitely deals into that if they draw it, like without a doubt. It's so unusable and like looks so
right.
safe to everybody else.
Kaz probably just going to go Tondora 1 with his hand.
Yeah, just call and
Um,
go. Keep it simple. Could potentially draw into a Sanshoku on 3-4-5. It's not great. It's possible. That'll help it because now if you draw a three pin, you can move down. Although you do still have to sack Dora in that case. Makes it a
Um,
bit more tough.
Simon has some pretty awkward shapes, like pretty bad.
That's probably
Um,
Cheat Toy or Toy Toy if you're brave.
I was gonna say if I'm thinking Chitoy from like
Four, then
from
you know
four,
something's
then your
off.
hand's bad. Yeah,
Ooh, we are gonna see the reach come out from Sylvie though. 5-8 so Tenpai. 8 so did just come out of Kaz. Kaz also Tenpai right now, but doesn't want to reach. Wants to stay Dama, I guess, until a better weight comes.
yeah.
5-on-2 is pretty good. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing a reach. If you're not gonna reach 5-on-2, I don't think you're doing anything. Kaz is still gonna take Tenpai though. Now Simon's turn to decide how they want to play. Just decide to drop the Genbu to 8. Still not out. Hand does have a path to recovery, although it is long and what's the word? Arduous? Something
Right.
like that. I mean, you have three sixes, so 7 could block. Yeah, and it looks like Simon's out now.
I think that's a totally understandable. That hand is not worth fighting for.
Yeah, I might try 7 still, just in case,
Uh,
but
Has
it's a bit
switched his
scary.
weight to the
5
to the
mod,
shop.
7 pin, See, the
Oh,
problem I
this.
have is if you're willing to push anything, now that you have a decent ish weight, why not just chase reach? The rest of the board backs off, and then it's a one on one showdown. You're facing a turn 5 reach with one middle tile cut, and your dealer. Like, you're not going to give up Tenpai anyway, so just shove, put a reach stick on it, and you either tip Sylvie and deal in anyway, or, you get your win off Sylvie and life's great.
I think that I think with any better weight than this would have probably been a chase. But I think Cass is probably conflicted. Like my weight
The
is
Shabo's
awful.
fine. It's not
The
great, but
middle
you have so
middle
many
tile
tiles.
Shabo switch.
Yeah, but now it's so late it doesn't get you anywhere. You are gonna switch in that case because of course like five's Nakasuji. Like you've checked so many other tiles around it, but and now you deal into
Uh,
this
that's
anyway.
gonna be it. Yep. Not the worst outcome,
No, it's not
but
bad. I will vie that you should reach in a situation like that where you're never gonna fold, even though you have
I
those upgrades. Like just
it does feel a little indecisive
yeah.
to like.
If you have better than a Kanchan, then I think you just shove. And in my opinion, Shabo is slightly better than a Kanchan, even though that was a pretty bad Shabo.
It was not the kind of Shabo I
Yeah.
ever want to get stuck with.
I do also think way earlier in the hand when you had the 135 Ryoncon, I think reach on 5 turn 6 is more than fine there. And someone might fall for the 2 Monsuji, and if not,
I
because
think
it's the
that's.
reach tile, then they still back
I
off and you go head to head with Sylvie.
I think. Yeah, I think it's takeable. Oh, I was wondering if this was going to end up Dora Tonki for Simon. Apparently, no.
I get it, but it's a bit tough. You might just
Uh,
opt to play efficiency, but no. Very scary threats to the
Sylvie.
right.
Yeah, Sylvie has showing open Mangan. Not that pin shape needs to be taken care of, or you can just dump.
Get to the tempo,
Get
yeah.
Tenpai on that, and it comes out.
Wow, and Tucker
Wow,
flows out, trying to cut for
Tucker is
safety
gonna.
early.
Ooh, that's the
Trying
kind of
to
hand.
early cut. I think that was an early Honitsu cut,
Mm,
and it was
that's the
safe.
kind of
Yeah,
hand that
that's a
will tilt
tilter.
me. Yep.
That's like a I can't believe you were ready on that early, and I happen to have one in hand that also didn't fit in the hand.
Yeah, that's a rattler for sure.
I
That's the
do
kind of.
Yeah.
dealing that fucks my game for the rest of the, you know.
I do think that I like Haku South Cut from Tucker. I think that was where I like cutting the honors and checking those. If Sylvie calls one more honor, then I'm like, oh, I might not drop those anymore, but I like getting them off the board to decrease value. I don't know about Tucker buying for Honitsu. I think if I see Mongon on the board and I'm not a dealer, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably folding this hand. I'll just make sure Sylvie gets the least amount of value from my hand as possible and
I'm gonna
maybe
be.
give
I
myself a
didn't.
chance and then back out.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at Tucker's hand, so I'd have to go back and check.
But we are going to see Ishanten, Sylvie in the driver's seat. Tucker, much of the same. Sylvie waiting on looking like an E Payco out, maybe.
I
Potentially
don't.
drawing
Oh,
some of those pawns
okay, so
possible. And Tucker is going to go Atazuke after calling the 3-mon, giving up all the value.
that that I don't want to call people out on stream, but that feels a little like a tilt play.
I could see that. I mean, I think there is value to just getting Sylvie off dealership. And it is still a really close fight for second. It's really awkward because your last dealer
I
um,
suppose what Tucker could be thinking is even 1,000 gets me technically into third place.
gets you into third place at the moment too. So
And this will probably
yeah,
considered it for a second, but
Sylvie checks. Figured if it's called, it's probably cheap, which they were right. And I'll Tucker. I mean, again, the only problem with this is your dealer last round too, so you can't just get a Mongon here and then everything's great. Like it goes until you flop, and that's the tough part. If you get a bad hand here and Kaz or Simon Sumo's done.
yeah, there's a chance for Itsu here, though it's one of those like ones that you can't call right now.
Yeah, it's really awkward. You definitely want to play it. You have the Dora locked too. You just really need a 4 or 6 mon.
Yeah, you have to draw it, so that really limits you in terms of flexibility, and you can't.
You reach it no matter
You
what.
really want to be able to call to like get more than 100 points ahead of fourth.
I don't know if I like that cut from Tucker on the 4 pin. I think I like 9 so here because
Mm,
even though it's not technically as wide, if you draw 5 pin specifically, you can still end with a Ryanman, a reach pin fu, even if you lose the Dora, with a decent weight of 5/8 pin.
I think it was a. That's a questionable.
It's definitely, some people are going to differ, and this I feel like makes this might be a little bit more committal on the Itsu,
Yeah,
but I guess nine's so safer later too. But I again because of that one specific situation, I think I like 9 so before 4 so here. Ooh,
you
and now I
could
think
end up with a weight on door indicator.
I mean, I think again, you just reach and hope people back out. And you know Sylvie's challenging you, but it's gonna happen anyway.
I don't think Tucker has a choice.
Ooh,
Not
cat.
with not with Sylvie threatening to end the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kaz
if you can
has.
even get there, like
Yeah,
they
assuming you get
still
the first
have to
pass.
draw into it in time.
Kaz had a really interesting scenario to either keep Sanshoku as a possible out or ditch it for more efficiency and opted to ditch for efficiency.
This is not the time to
Yeah.
angle for more Han.
I was wondering if the Morhan benefited, but I think also just having a closed Dora, you have a better chance at like Ricci challenge, so it's practically the
Mm,
same
I
difference anyway.
yeah, I think it's oh that's not the
That's
tile you want.
uh, jeez, double eight maybe. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Tucker's going. Wish I had that. I guess it doesn't really do anything. Okay. No, but the eight deal's in.
Oh, this is
That's
yeah, I
so
feel like
wide. That's so unfortunate. I almost thought double six peen earlier, but
mm,
I don't think it would have done much. Oh yeah,
not they were Tucker was unfortunately getting fourth one way or the other in that match.
yeah. And again, being last in dealer, that's one of those tough spots.
And at the result of our game is that the substitute gets all of the positive points.
Oh, subs are bonus every time. There's the sub buff for Armel just goes so crazy. It goes so insane every time. And now,
So
yeah, Tucker in a little bit worse of a spot.
I,
Simon and Kaz. Simon drops a little bit, doesn't really care. Kaz drops a little bit more, so
Kaz is a
Kaz,
little bit more worried. I imagine that the ennui morale right now is probably not spectacular.
yeah.
Um, there was a note in the chat that the Sylvie intentionally sashikomi'd at some point in there. I don't know if we caught that. Was that the
Uh,
cheap deal in?
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
there was a
Yeah.
cheap deal in, and
That makes sense.
it did seem like that Sylvie was totally okay with that, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. That felt like a I am fine with Sashikomi here if this deal's in because there's basically no value. Assuming it does. Uh yeah, and then the Oyakabari. I didn't even realize it. You get the Hanemon Oyakabari East 1 if you're Tucker, and then East 4, or East 4 and then South 4. You get the
Y-
Oyakabari game ender. That's what
Yeah,
being last dealer is just so tough, especially without like a Gariame. Like you have benefits to where if you're super far ahead, you can just instantly fold. It's easier to lock in your score. Yada yada yada, but
right.
eh, man, it's rough.
Looks like we've got a couple minute break until the next game. I think I'm going to take a BRB then.
Yeah, well, you're taking a BRB. I actually, if I can manage to, because my browsers have been all flimsy, whimsy, wobbly, am going to try and pull up some of the games that we have coming up this week. Read those off. Let me see if I can remember what the schedule link is. I know tomorrow we're going to have some super fun games on our normal Wednesday broadcast. It's a little light at the moment, but at 6 p.m., not only are we going to have A13 tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST, with Vincent, Steve, Haru, Kathy. That'll be a super interesting fight. I know that'll be some fighting off to Motion C. We'll also have my table with Travis, Edwin, and Rachel. Edwin and Rachel both kind of right above demotion. Maybe if they have real good days, could take a fight for promotion. That B1 promotion slot is at plus 70. I forget where Travis is at the standings. I want to say kind of middle of the pack. And then I'm like plus 300. I'm looking to be a villain tomorrow. We'll have to see how that goes. I believe you guys will see at least one or two of the games. Those should be fun. And tonight, of course, can't forget after these A2 games, we're going to be going over to some C1 games. I wish I had more info actively in front of me about how that league's doing, where people are, all that. But I have been super poor with keeping up with C1. I've been so spearheaded on B1 this season. But those should be super fun. Got some new faces that haven't been on stream yet this season. And also, it looks like, I mean, hey, press release coming to you hot and fresh. A24 might be playing some games today. That's Alex, Jonathan, Dustin, and Sarah. We might see those after the second batch of C1 games. We might be able to catch one or two from them. And A2, again, is another very, very exciting bracket. Alex is in promotion at plus 108, so feeling good, but again, not safe. Jonathan plus 33, looking to climb. Dustin minus 34, wants to climb, but you slip a bit too much, you might struggle. And then Sarah's at the bottom, but again, we've seen crazier things than plus 150. We've seen some plus 200 days sometimes. I don't know if they're playing all four. So we'll have to wait and see on that. That'd be super exciting. But nevertheless, you're gonna want to stick around tonight. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Six
cool.
6.1 dealing for Julian. Where do I sign up for the Julian School of Defense?
But wow, Julian, I was gonna say, but look at the participation. I realized it's like 52. It's like really
It's
high.
average. It's
Yeah,
totally average.
I was like, wow, okay, yeah, sure, 24 win. Hey, Julian, you got it. Not me. My dealing's high, but I also have like 63 participation. I have more of an Andre stat line where I have a higher dealing, or I guess Andre still isn't even that high.
Um, no, no. Actually, I mean, you can't. Getting 1,000 EV means that
Yeah, you
your
can't have.
stats are looking good.
Yeah, I think mine's like 980 this season,
I, t- I
970.
took a minus 450 hits on my EV in one session, so
Yeah, I've had those. Yeah, I mean, especially if you like don't start the season ahead and like feel like you got to play a little bit of catch up and like more aggression, then you can see that pass really quick. But start in game two. Oh
all
wow,
right.
this is gonna be a crazy first hand to start. Sylvie, I believe, is that Sunshine 10? No, a little bit past it.
Uh, I can't. Well, that helps, but
Yeah, now for Shanten, if I'm
that
correct.
sounds right.
Yeah,
Uh,
or
Kaz
Sanshanten.
and Simon Mochi Mochi on the Haku. So
Mm-hmm.
if either of them are waiting on that for their hands, which given their shapes, they probably are,
That'll
you
yeah,
know.
that'll slow it up. That could become a problem. Or even if they go Atazuke expecting the whites, they need it dropped. That could really stall out and break their hand. And
These
then,
I don't
mhm,
know if I see either. I'm not sure if these are Atazuke prone players, but we'll see.
yeah,
Tucker's hand looking pretty good, but that penchant may stick around.
Pinchon may stick around. You do have like an E Peiko chance too, so it does allow you to run without committing to Ricci, which would be nice. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Definitely needs some development. As we come back around
Oh,
to Sylvie's hand has just developed beautifully, looking at a
oh
nice,
yeah,
hopefully
that's
Ricci Pinfu, and if not, maybe take the Kanchan on
Tucker.
2-1.
How long does Tucker hold on to this Dora?
Hey, live or die by it. Either stays in the hand or dies in it. But now that you see one out, think, okay, maybe, maybe I'll toss it. Ooh, Tucker doesn't want to take the out though with the South.
What a draw for Sylvie here.
I mean, 16, right?
Trying to decide which shape to break here.
Trying to think if there's a difference. Probably
Probably with
16 because 7 so's a little bit
I
safer.
think what happened is Sylvie looked around the table and saw that there was some 5 and 8s so out and said, "I that's I'm just gonna fix the pair there." So
Yeah. Ooh.
uh
I mean, wouldn't it matter though?
that feels
You're
bad.
probably playing 6 so's your pair no matter what. And now the 8 so's like super safe. You only have to worry about it versus Tucker.
Right.
Interestingly, Simon did go Atazuke on the whites, but Kaz decided to flow them out to try to opt for a 2-3-4 Sanshoku Pinfu.
Oh, yeah,
Very, very
that I think that
strong.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. I'm a big proponent of just because you have Yakuhai does not mean your hand is Yakuhai. Or just because you have a
Uh,
Yakuhai pair does not mean you should
right.
always play the hand as Yakuhai.
Not if the rest of it's strong enough to, to
Yeah,
give you something else. But Simon Sumo's cheap.
doesn't matter. Takes it, says Sylvie, villain last round. I'm ending that dealership quick. I'm getting the table out of there, bailing us out, and we can go to Kaz's. And Kaz is looking like they're going to need some miracle draws to fix up this high pie. Ryoncon City. Ryoncon Kanchan City. Ugh. Not a fan. Simon on the right. Not too much going on either. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just a lot of clunky shape. And now a Dora in hands. Might look towards a Cheetoy Lifeline or something crazy.
I
Tucker just shaping up. Nothing special. Sylvie with an interesting hand, though. We're at 4 pairs. But good
I
Tanyao
think
shape besides that. Could just opt to play
that yeah,
Kuipan.
that hand looks like the fastest one on the board right now, but we'll see.
Oh, without a doubt. Easy.
Um,
Why is there so much thought there?
uh,
I would think you just ditch the West immediately and then eight's probably coming next. Or I guess maybe figuring that eight's not getting played in this hand either, so I'll just keep the safe
I think
West to
maybe it
dealer.
was taking a second to determine the value of an eight floater in this hand.
Could be. I mean, it helps you play like a Tanya Cheetoy, but that's like really it. And the West is a nasty Cheetoy weight, so you might get a Pots waiting on the West, which then balances out with Tanya. Ooh, Sylvie's gonna opt to just kill Dory out. Not looking towards Cheetoy.
No,
Can't
not
mess with that.
it's a normal hand. So
I mean, drawing
I
pretty
think
dead.
you cut West here because you want that Tuman acceptance. I think that yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I like keeping the Tumon at play here. Looking back around, Simon has shaped up a little bit more. Simon now Ni Shanten, Tu Shanten, I believe. So in better spirits, but still has a ways to go.
It has all its shapes. It's just one of those shapes is
Gotta
a
make the
penchant.
shapes. Yeah, gotta make all these terrible shapes.
So he fixes the pair to bring in a six floater.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know.
I
I
think
just
the
don't even
idea is
know.
I just don't want this penchant. Please replace it for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Someone give me something to call. Sylvie draws
Also,
to
yeah, it gives
Tumon,
you
but
getting rid of that penchant gives you a Tanyao
yeah. I
option.
mean, you still
So
have 8, 9 Manzu though, so you're still not out of the no Tanya woods. Could have been the pair. You would have had Yaku, but it could have been the pair still.
yeah,
Jeez,
I think
nobody has drawn anything. This might just be a straight up like no Tenpai Ryukyoku all across the
it,
board. Everyone's hitting
it
bricks right now.
it might be unless well, okay, yeah, so saying yeah, so the penchant does go now. So that's
Mm,
why you bring in that six.
fair enough. It's a good call. Very specific, but worth it. Why is Kaz keeping this Hatsu? Keep the Tumon. Give yourself another call. Play aggressive. Get wild with it. We're gonna see Silva get Tenpai on 3 Mon, 5 Mon too. 3 Mon super dead. Still 1 5 Mon. Could see a miracle there. Kaz still wants to keep this Hatsu, I guess, for like once you get into the high Tay range, I assume.
I, I can't be I can't be certain what the game plan there is there. So
Yeah, yeah, I guess just a later save tile, but there's a lot of other things that I think I keep for
improbable,
efficiency.
highly improbable sumo, but I guess
Sometimes you hit.
yeah.
When you're a sub
I
in Armel, you just hit. Oh, and a very interesting hand for Simon to start out. Uh-oh. Oh, I love it, Simon. I love it. Yes. Commit to Honitsu, go Atazuke if you find the Manzu early. You got great shape. Send it. Your dealer. Make people scared of dropping Sozu. Oh, I love it. Tucker on the
it's
right.
an interesting play for sure.
It's
Um,
very committal, but I mean, again, you have White's as backup, and then you have good shape to end it. Like, you're not out of the woods, but also it gives you a better chance of trying to build like a dealer
Tucker
Mongon.
is trying to put together a Pinzu Honitsu, thinking, yes, please drop more Pin, just ones I actually need.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, Simon's definitely unable to play any pin right now, probably ever. So it can go well. Ooh, crossroads for Simon. Decides not to full commit to Honitsu yet, but I imagine we see like one ma or one so, four so, maybe even seven so. We just let it rip.
Here's where
Yeah,
you can just commit
yeah.
to the Honitsu. Nice draw.
Send it.
In
And
terms of Sylvie's hand and Katz's hand,
not
not
much.
exciting at the moment.
Not really
Uh,
any Dora. I mean, Kaz
Kaz
has
has got
one, but
one.
it's hard to work. Ooh, Toy Toy. Nope.
Nah. There's an easier two
No, but
Hanyaku to go
if
for.
you get the five so out for some reason, then the three so comes easy because you get to drop the four so and that looks safe and everything's great. Oh, we're gonna keep this out though.
Yeah, so
I
this
mean, if you
this will
get
be fun.
Tenpai, you just smack it, right?
Of course. That's
Oh yeah, 1-4. Oh, switch it. Drop three. Or wait, no, drop five. How do you get to a Shabo here? Can you get to a Shabo?
this is such a strange shape.
I really expected Shabo Tenpai there, and it did not
Um,
come. Hmm.
well, you can pawn the 3 or the 7 to get there.
Oh. No, yeah, I think this does keep Toy Toy open too. Just
I
saying.
think
Just saying.
I think
But I
if
don't
you
know
pawn the
about
3 or the
the.
7, you just take Tenpai.
Yes. No, but that's Tenpai on a Shabo,
Yeah,
right?
on the Haku and
Whatever your
uh
other pair is,
yeah.
Shabo. Even with like 1-7 so out. I mean, I guess you don't have to take it on the Shabo. You could just take it on the Ryanman that was just put
I'm seeing
out,
in the
but
chat that there was a better option. I'm not that great at reading.
I thought it was
Okay,
5 so gave you the Shabo, but I mean, I think this is definitely a play greeting Haku, which I'm a little confused why it hasn't come out at this point. So maybe I abandon away from that on that, but is what it is. Oh no. Tucker recognizes danger, says 8-so is not worth it. I mean, you could have just cut 7S for 1-4, so Tenpai, but like also if you call Haku, it's a Mangan, so
I have to imagine that at this point Tucker is saying, "I'm Mochi Mochi. That Honitsu's probably got it. What Shabo is Simon waiting on?"
yeah, smart play. I mean, you see that Pinzu's like pretty shaped or pretty safe too. So drop Gambutsu, you need to play risky, drop Pinzu. You figure nobody else on
Oh,
the board is probably challenging too hard.
okay. It was cut 7.
Yeah, but then you don't get Mongon. That's why you need to build the Shabo. Which I still don't know if I like Tuso for the Shabo build. I feel like I like 5 so more.
I think you just
But
take the Tenpai and we just are bad at reading the shape.
nah, again, I still think there's a good argument for not taking the Tenpai. Oh, you could call Haku and shift the weight. Yeah, but oh, throw 7 so get him scared. Oh, double 9P or double 9 so dead. It's unfortunate. I missed that. Although I think I'd still throw 7 because again, you get that Haku for whatever reason. You get a Mongon. You never know. Someone could have one, and the last one could be buried here. Improbable, yes. Impossible, nah. Oh, if East is pushed, that's Senpai for Tucker. It looks so bad. It's so scary. Yeah, and Tucker doesn't want it.
They
Sure.
won't do it.
That's tough. Oh, Kaz got Tenpai on just 6 so. Braved a singular 5 so push. Well, now we go to a maybe less exciting East 3 repeat 1. Simon pulling up to the driver's seat with what looks like a Pinfu, I'd imagine, with this shape. Could potentially even start thinking thoughts of Shanta. Not a terrible idea. Tucker on the right, not too much going on. Probably a standard Pinfu. Could even just call tune and go.
It's just gonna call probably.
I mean, if it doesn't come out, though, you never know. If it takes a while, might get the
Um,
draws to coerce them somewhere else. Sylvia's got a big,
Sylvie
stinking
is
pile of 13 tiles. 14 at the
is
moment. That'll change.
wondering. Yeah, this is definitely.
I like keeping a very far Kokushi or Honroto as my thought of if I'm going to play this hand, it's either going to be that or I'm going to fold anyway.
Right. That I think is the thought process. Yeah. Kaz's
Kaz,
hand
standard
pretty
Pinfu.
standard.
Pinfu Tanyao even, maybe.
If you can get that 7-9
Ooh.
needs, you just get rid of it now.
So Sylvie actually has a really interesting spot here because at first glance we can tell, oh, Shanta's the play. For everyone else on the table, they're going, oh, that's Honitsu.
Yeah, at least for the moment.
Yes, that's true. You get once you do one more call, but let's say you draw the 7 so for Tenpai, that 3 pin's gonna catch people off guard.
You cut the 7 here, or you toss it back.
Um, I probably like tossing the 7 just because that gives me better options for Sanchoku on both ends. But I guess you miss it on 5, 6, 7 anyway, so who cares? And Tucker goes Atazuke on the Reds, but the problem is if you do that, you can't call the 5s. You gotta let him go. Oh no.
I don't. Hmm.
That's a lot of Dora. That I didn't even realize 5 Mons Dora. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you
So
just go to the Shabo and pray.
Tucker's set themselves up for having to go Harakatanki here, and mm,
Not Ness. You could get to the Shabo,
I
maybe.
suppose.
It is a play. You draw 6p and 7p. Preferably 6p because it's less likely it gets thrown on the board. You also are just straight up bluffing like crazy Honitsu or Chinitsu. You're bluffing Mongon or Hanemon right now. Maybe even Paimon in some worlds. If it's Chinitsu Door 3. We'll see though. We are going to see Sylvie Tenpai on that 7 Mon. Problem is, nobody is throwing Monzu for the rest of the game. So that is not exactly a great weight. Oh my god, Kaz was Tenpai and hit the sumo on the 8.
Yep, just
He gets the sad 4 Han 20. But that is also not a Chinitsu Baimon dealing.
it is not. But yeah, I think the Tanpin Dama is, I think it's understandable given what Tucker was showing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I know we talk about who's in the driver's seat, Tucker's seat first, sure. But, like, come on. Look at Simon's high pod, dude. What is that? Come on. Oh my, come on. Draws the East pair, Anko of South, pair of Haku.
That's
That's so
that's
gross on
nutty.
Tucker's dealership too. That's messed up.
Yeah,
That
what
ain't right. Tucker in
if
fourth dealer
if there's
again.
another big
Oh,
sumo,
that's devastating. That's really tough. I will say though, Mochi Mochi on the Haku and Mochi Mochi on the 9, so hold on. Wait a second. This could actually turn out bad. We're going to see Kaz make a decision here. This is one of the hands where I might think about dropping Haku Haku with the rest of my shape. Just playing it as like Pinfu. Hope to get Tanya on top of it.
yeah,
Especially with Dora too, actually. It gives you, I think Tanya's a little bit more flexible than Atazuka. Even with your
that's a
Furiton on Menchan
that's a
right now.
tough decision. It. I think you have to read that you're Mochi Mochi, and how long do you wait until you
Well,
read that?
the other thing is too, you're seeing a Honitsu on the board, which is a little scary, but that just kind of reads me as I'm less likely to get it. And you have a
Mm,
bunch of pairs right now.
thinking about it right now.
And then yeah, it's gonna it's so clumsy now. Now you're committed to the Haku because you're gonna have to call it 2P and 5 so if they
I
come
would
out.
have actually seriously considered dumping the Haku pair there, I think.
I think the Haku pair, or I think if you're gonna cut something there, you don't cut 7-8. I think you cut double 2P because now yeah, you're bad Atazuke here because you're against Honitsu who could just be
Mm,
Mochi Mochi with you. And your other one's Dora, which just isn't coming out right now.
not, I mean, wouldn't really matter.
And now there is one East
Okay,
left.
well,
That is
Simon
the
can
one
win,
play
and
that breaks Simon's hand. It depends where the single East goes.
I mean, if Tucker picks it up, they're not going to drop it.
No, I don't think you can. You want to justify it, but like Honitsu in the Dora suit, no, you really can't. Although it is once out. Yep, and here's a scary situation. What do you do? And now you're
Oh,
dealing.
there
Yep.
it goes. Well, that that big scary hand turned out to be a
Not so bad.
340, but
But that was with all Dora misses.
right.
A very non-standard.
I mean, Simon's just fine with that. So,
Oh yeah, Simon's like, you know what? I'll take that, and Cass is like, thank God it was only 340. And Tucker's upset they lost dealership, but said, you know what? That could have been a sumo and worth a lot more. So we'll take it.
right.
Now Sylvie with a not quite as on fire dumpster of 13 tiles, but not a great one.
Not not the kind of hand you want to see
Yeah, definitely not your
during
dream
your
dealer high
second
five.
dealer. Yeah.
But I
Uh,
mean, you draw the right tiles, you get a close reach, could be very threatening.
potential
Kaz,
7, 8, 9 for Kaz if they can pick up something in the pin
even 6, 7, 8 too.
or that. Yeah.
Honestly, 6, 7, 8 probably preferable at this point because I don't really see you getting. Or I guess you'd rather maybe try to opt for Chanta.
Mm, I think.
It's unlikely, but technically
That's a
more.
stretch.
It's more possible than 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean?
Weird
Ooh,
draw.
yeah.
Abandoned. Sanchoku Dream is dead.
It's not worth it. Just do something nutty. Hopefully get like a nasty Shabo with Chun, something else.
Kaz passes Chun, saying, I want something else with this hand.
I mean, it's also a
Or
bad
or
way if you
just
take
or
Chun
just
now.
waiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather get Tenpai first. You get like if you get 5 or 8 mon, 8mon particularly is super nasty. You get 6, 9 Chun Shabo, but even if you get 5 like this, then you get 9 mon Chun, which is extremely good. I think you slammed the button probably on 9. Yep.
That's fair. Like, actually, yeah, that worked out pretty well.
Oh, but Tucker gets Tenpai on the 2, so uh-oh, it's Genbu. Ooh, wow. Bold push from Sylvie. Decides to throw 7p instead of 3p. I would have
I'm
thought 3p
wondering.
all day there.
Wow.
Oh, Tucker just shuts it down. You know what? I'm glad. Tucker deserves at least one.
Yeah.
Tucker has not been paid dues over these 2 games so far. But yeah, I wonder why that was pushed that way. I'd have thought 3. Anyway, we got Kaz with smoking red hot guns right now. South Yakuhai pair in hand, 2 other pairs to boot.
Sylvie deciding whether this hand is callable yet.
Not me.
We'll see.
Not me. I would have called that and said, I'm either playing the hand or I'm folding.
Mm,
Now with the second one out, now you actually have to make the decision. And I think it's do I
right.
play the hand or do I fold here? And yeah,
Mm,
one call you can still kind of dance around and be defensive with. I think
right.
one call
Yeah.
is
It's
fair.
it's it. No need to fully commit
You're not
with just a
committed,
Haku call.
but if you want a chance at winning this hand, you have to call that Haku. Importantly, we don't see any other door out yet. Kaz so far with the only Dora. We're also seeing all hands advance very quickly. Tucker is Ishanten. Potentially could go Honitsu. Sylvie is Ishanten with ugly weights. Simon, that is Tenpai on a terrible 5-6 Shabo, but a Shabo nonetheless. Or wait, no, that's 4. No.
No, it's
My
just
brain's
five
like frying.
six.
Yeah, it's 5-6. Almost looks like a crazy weight.
It
Not
if
quite.
it could have been if that Anko had been connected, maybe.
Yeah, if it was 4, then
That's
it's like
that's what
insane.
that's what would get you the weird weight.
It's like 3, 5, 6, 7, I think. But nevertheless, Sylvie and Tenpai on 7 toe. Not a great weight. Not looking good. Kaz is Adosuke on the south. Has not been going well for people tonight. Not been
I
going too well.
understand going Atsuzuke on Dora South, but I think, well, there's already a Ricci, so if Simon picks it up, you get it.
Yeah.
Um,
Sylvie, I imagine here throws 9 so. Or yeah, just decides to fold out. Doesn't like 6 or 9 so.
well, we did say not a commit there, so
Yeah. I mean, that's still not a
so
commit. You
so
draw
look
6 or
pretty
9 so
yeah,
you can
so
come
look pretty
back.
horrible.
And Kaz is just going for Yukoku now, especially with breaking that 1 so pair. It is by far the safest thing in the hand, but that is the dead signaling of the hand. And we're going to
Well,
see the sumo come out, but it's cheap. 2 on 30. Nothing too much. Simon again picking up some scraps, but eating the best at the table right now.
Definitely.
Only
And
one
this is a
over
pretty
30K.
good. This is a pretty good high pie. Dora already in hand. One completed shape in there. Two Dora in hand.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's looking like a nice pinfu. If not, I might just
Tucker's
justify early Kunch on reach.
Tucker may call for it. Will definitely want to call this Hakudor one hand. However,
Yeah,
um,
hoping to get a little bit more, but even just a little bit to start.
I
Even if you
mean
can just avoid
that's worth
Oyakabari
7.
for.
That's essentially worth 7 points, like rank
Yeah, but
points.
again, you still have
Oh,
your
you
dealership
yeah,
left, which
with
is
where
the
they are
trouble.
in the yeah
Ooh, spicy Anko of Hatsu though. Now we're looking at a potential reach. That'll help you.
yeah. Interesting way that um Simon's hand is shaping up here. It's a little
Yeah, but it's still clumsy. And Tucker sees the
Tuck,
6-1, says, I just want this dealership to pass, pick up some scraps. I'm going to call this. And then also
up.
gets the sumo after. Oh, my.
Tucker is now in a better position
Oh, my God. Yeah, but
to
Simon's
Gyakuten here.
hands. Oh, it's
Yeah,
such
but the
dirty
hand
hands.
is not
And Tucker's
fantastic.
hand is
Oh,
not great.
what is
Simon's
with
hand is
Simon
so
and these
screwed up.
wins?
I mean, worse than the last one, which is the crazy part with a hand like that. But yeah, already confirmed Yaku there. Just in hand hidden.
Oh,
Oh,
didn't believe in the
someone didn't
sushi.
believe. Yeah, when the South draws in hand, Simon's going to be feeling like a chump.
Well, you can convince yourself that the South was going to die anyway.
Ah, you have one in the hand. There's still one left. That's why four little wins is still a Yakuman. No doubles in this format, so four little and four big are the same. One more came out. Yeah, Tucker's hand. I mean, advancing a little bit, but it's still just so clumsy. Like it looks closer to Tenpai in a much better way, but still tough. Still
Uh,
tough. You can't really go
well,
Tanyao
that
either
would
with
have
that
been the shop
penchant.
pone there.
Yeah. I I get not wanting to open up, but I mean, just it's such bad shape. Sylvie's hand is progressing very well too to the right. Ishanten with a San Mencha on his part. Even Kaz's across is pretty good right now. Not in as nearly good a shape as the other hands at the
Yeah, I
table,
think
but still doing decent.
Tucker may be in a little bit of trouble here. This hand is not shaping up nearly quick enough.
Okay, decides to start thinking about killing the penchant. A lot of calls available. Could take AP again if it comes up.
Mm,
Still looking tough. No door has been thrown yet. That is going to be a point of contention. Kaz wanting to play the door really badly.
that draw helps.
Yeah, Tucker with that Forso, that is a giant, that is a massive hit.
Kaz is wondering, can I open?
Ooh, Kaz is going toy toy. And now might back down, might decide, you know what? Dora's not worth it. Although I
Yeah,
guess
not.
Tanya just keeps you third, which isn't, it
Yeah, I
doesn't feel
don't.
great. That still lowers
I
you. Still dunks you quite a
personally
bit.
wouldn't have opened that hand, but just because it doesn't, I don't like just trying to secure a third.
Yeah, it feels bad. But I mean, also third is still better than fourth. And when you're right on the line,
Yeah, it's a
You're still
consideration.
above the line. If you take a fourth, you are not. You are dunked. But if you're third, you're feeling not great, but still above the
Y-
line.
You're holding on.
Simon surprisingly has not gotten Tenpai yet. Just been drawing duds. Cannot say the same for Kaz, who's Otozuke on Formon right now though. Oh, Tucker gets Tenpai. And
So
Apeen
that's the
is
and
Apeen's fully
Totsu.
Suji. Apeen's useless in everybody else's hand. Cass doesn't win a
Yeah.
Formon.
So the 4-7, yeah, is not great, but so how many tiles are there left for this weight? One. Oh,
Oh
doesn't matter because
no!
the Atsuzuke
Gets one
Tanya
and then
wins.
four. Man, beats out how many seven? There was last four was held, and then I think there were two sevens dead.
I think there
So
was
there was
only three
two
tiles
sevens,
left for
one
that
eight.
weight. Or
Yeah, but again, the AP is still useless to everybody else
right.
because it's fully Kabid. And I mean, Tucker digs up a little bit. Kaz does end up getting a little bit of points. Takes a slight hit, but still above the cut line.
Yeah. Kaz holding
Not
on.
the legs
Simon
are in the water now. We're not feeling too good. We're not
just
drowning, but
dipping the
oh,
toes.
it's more than toes where we're at. We're past toes. We can feel
Simon
it coming.
Simon jumps into second with this relatively modest win. Um, Tucker is,
Tucker is
I think,
still,
there would
yeah.
have to be something
There
pretty
would have to be
remarkable
some
happening.
shaking up happen. There would have to be some big hits. I mean, if you get double first in the last session and Kaz gets hits, you can make it work still. It's not over. Again, it's hard. You got a journey in front of you, but
I th-
impossible is not the word to use.
yeah, I think it depends on mindset, but we don't have to focus on that. Uh,
Yeah.
what do we what do we
Oh.
have coming up next?
Oh. Right now, even, you know what we got? We got some C1 action.
All right, so
Do I
who do we
know
have
any of
here?
these players? No,
We
don't think
have
so.
I recognize Alan.
Yeah.
Alan is a Philly club player who is, I believe, substituting this season.
Yes, that feels right. And I think Tucker in chat mentioned that Barry earlier was top of C1, which I can't confirm. Barry is at plus
I
328.
believe yeah, I mean,
Only above by 30 points to second, too. So C1 is actually a very close race.
still, if you're coming in to see one as a sixth John, you are probably you may be roughing some people up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, Ichihime is, I think,
Who's Ichihime? I'm trying to
is that
pull. Let's see. So,
that
uh,
is Nathan? Is that it?
yeah,
Yeah,
Ichihime
Nathan
is Nathan B, who I don't have that much, and apologies viewers.
Steven.
We'll get him upgrade. We'll get stuff updated in a second here.
Okay, so Barry, just draw the last Dora. Um,
Is this the
it's
right map?
headless though at the moment, so that needs to be fixed. Still, that seems like the hand to worry about. Tonki on Sanso, so we'll see. That will probably get switched out.
And Stephen M is our fourth player.
What else is going around the table? Steven has a pairs problem in his hand. Weight switch for Barry to 3-pin. Uh, Alan has cheat toy Ishan 10, but not an efficient one because he's still holding the Anko. And then Nathan looks like he may be angling for Dorotanki, or is just scared to drop. Is scared of a potential Atazuke from Barry. I can't tell which. Probably the latter, actually. Another weight switch to 9P.
Oh, Allen's a
Uh,
sub. That's right. Sorry, I forgot about the quirk. That you can't have subs in the first spots.
okay, so another switch now to the Nobeton, which looks pretty good. In fact, this may deal in right. Nope.
Novaton's good weight.
Alan, Alan avoids the deal in there by just folding out of this cheat toy hand, it looks like.
Smart. Although I will
Yeah, it's a
say
good read.
now it's one chance, especially that four. One chance plus the Shabo. Although Allen doesn't really have much to play for.
The game keeps saying like,
Like, hey, come
here's your
on,
cheat
come
toy.
on. Just take it. Just take it. Don't even worry. Only 12K. Don't worry.
What could one little one mon cut hurt?
It's Tanyo. It's Tanyo or Sanshoku. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, that would be quite a frustrating and devastating deal in, but it looks like Allen, Sixth Sense, Spidey Sense
Avoided,
avoids.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Steven gets a last minute K10.
Steven picking up some points. Now that we have the standings accurate, we got Barry plus 328. Feeling good, but again, still fighting for first,
Actually,
if you
Barry
care.
in the I know you're gunning for it, but Barry is also looking to be in position to have a record
Yeah,
high
right.
floor
I thought I was like,
for a
oh, I
season.
got a good chance. But I look at C1, Barry's got plus 328. I'm like, geez. Nathan B, two, looking good on the promotion line, but
Yeah.
not set in stone. And then Steven has a ways to climb, but still possible.
Looks like Steven is behind some games, so they actually have 8 games left.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. That is plenty of time to get the
It could
plus
There could be
100.
some movement, yeah.
Yeah, you get plus 100, plus 120 with that. It's hard, but it's doable.
Um, as of right now, Barry's hand looks pretty strong. Uh, just needs a couple decent draws.
Yeah.
Um, Steven has either a cheat toy hand or a pairs problem, or
Hey,
Tanyao.
Tanya Toy Toy, baby. Keep it going. Although,
Nathan
Nathan.
already Tenpai.
Richiatsu.
Just
On a run, then.
Richihatsu, but with a good weight.
5'8", too. You've been throwing some Pinzu.
4 in the wall. That 8 in Alan's hand looks pretty loosely held.
Yeah.
If he doesn't fold out.
I mean, 369 is like. I would throw that 8. I'd check that 8 probably immediately, saying if I'm going to play this hand, this is coming out anyway. And I doubt it's this. That'd be like, damn, got me. Dude, what are these six? I mean, is Allen just like
I mean,
full
that's
folding?
safe. That's a full fold, yeah.
It is, but just these reads are crazy. Just not looking to get in on that action at all. It's going great because Allen would have dealt in twice by now. Not doing that,
Tenpai
but
for Steven.
yeah, 2-4. More tiles that look great.
Oh, now the East has been made safe.
Let's see. We got 3-so coming out. Oh, we got a Tenpai switch chance. Doesn't want to take 2-5. Says 14 does not look great. Allen, there it is. Drawing another dangerous tile, and it sticks. It works. Goes great. Steven's fighting for Tenpai. Uh-oh. I mean, Barry might just have to back out. Yeah,
Yeah,
Barry's just back. Barry doesn't care. Barry's like, I'm in a good spot. I don't need to fight for this
no,
dealership or
yeah.
Daikoku.
You pick your battles, and that was not a smart battle to pick, I think.
Yeah.
This hand is a hand for sure. A hand
Better
of all
than
time, as they
better
say.
better than some that we've
It's
seen
better than
earlier.
some. Um,
Although when Nathan just calls immediately right out the gate with Yakuai proven, it's gonna be even harder to get past post as dealer.
yeah, I mean, right now there's 1900 in the pot.
Oh, and the door that doesn't fit.
Oh,
Let's go. That's Honitsu. That's a sign from the wall right there if I've ever seen one.
with these shapes,
Hey,
I
sign
think
from
I'm
the
just
wall.
trying to grab the pot.
Sign from the wall. Yeah, that is true.
I
That's
don't, I
1900.
don't, I don't trust the wall.
Ooh, Steven's Ishanten too right now. With Dora Pair and
Oh,
Anko
now
Yakuhai.
suddenly this hand
This is
looks
really
a
interesting
lot
now.
better.
This is
Um,
really interesting. It is not a great Shabo because it's either. Oh, those are both Dora.
yeah. So you want somebody to be like, well, I can't actually use this, and you just pwn it. Easy.
Yeah, that's Hanemon right off the bat. If you get it closed and reach on it, it's Baimon. Oh, the two's so tough because it makes Suji and 1P look bad though.
Yeah, that's
I would have thrown that out earlier. I would have said I'm going all or nothing Shabo on this because you do not want that as your reach style. That makes it
no,
look
and
quite sketch.
I don't. It would be just such a huge gamble for Nathan to throw it. So now Nathan, I
Yeah.
think, has to try to figure out a way to defend from this position.
You
It feels
have.
pretty bad.
I mean, you have double two, and maybe you could also think about cutting 4 or 5. You get 4 Genbutsu, 5 might just
Four
right
is,
after
yeah,
that.
that's fair enough.
I mean, I get it's
Well,
got
so
to be one of
far,
those. Maybe double two because that allows you to play Shabo and just look for a pair, something like that.
are we going to see a just sumo? Well, that's gonna stay in hand for
Could
sure.
be. I mean, yeah, that works in the hand for Allen.
You can't though.
You gave yourself that. Oh, that's Baimon. That's so many points. That's Baimon before Ura. Oh, I was off.
No, it's so that's
Oh. Oh, I was thinking if you called both Shabos, you had 6 plus the tone. So yeah, no, that was just Hanemon. Oops.
still.
But yeah, still very good hand. Steven, all of a sudden, believing in miracles from what I'm seeing. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
There's
someone
two
pointed
Hatsu
it.
through. There's two Hatsu through
Someone
it
out in
down
the
there.
chat, my early assessment of the hand as one of the hands of all time really really
Yeah.
making me look like a fool. So
That is true. I completely forgot that that started out as one of the hands of all time. Honestly, that was one of the hands of all time. That hand was crazy. That's one for the books. Yeah, and now Brett from the shadows emerges saying you just need two Hatsu, and then Barry needs to throw one for some reason.
yeah, that's
Because Barry really wants to pay Pow. Barry is a Pow enjoyer. Although that is a hand where you might go, I might get frisky. Not with double Hatsu, I'll tell you that much. You're not dropping those, but
No, if anything, it looks like
yeah, you're keeping
because of
some.
the Sangan threat on the board, you'd probably just use that as your pair.
But if you draw
In fact, that is exactly what's
nine,
happening right
but
now.
if you draw 9 or 17, Shinichi's looking awfully close. That's one Dora. That's Hanemon.
Barry doesn't.
Does Barry
I
does
get it, but
does
Barry doesn't need to play
Steven
that way.
does Steven really have the Hatsu pair? That's a question I might ponder on myself. I might assess that silently. But we are gonna see.
Nathan takes another hit.
Dang, 1P curse tile for Nathan has
I
just
guess, yeah.
lost what 17, 18k? No, it was Hanemon, so just lost 23k off the 1P in two separate rounds.
Well, let's hope things.
I
Let's hope
mean, you
things
still
turn
got a
around a little bit for
dealership. You
Nathan.
never know. Until your second dealership is over, it's never over. And then after that, it's pretty over if there's more rounds. Is that Tenpai already? No, Barry's Ishanta. Barry's an extremely good shape right now.
Yeah,
Although,
that's. You can't
yeah,
really wish for a hand like. Well,
that 4P cut was actually super
there you go.
smart.
There's
Yeah.
your. There's your.
Not Pinfu guaranteed, but when the weight's that good and it's turn 3, who cares? Although Steven is also Tenpai to challenge on 2P and 1P. Jeez. Boy, guys, don't even want to wait out the first row. Just want to immediately get Tenpai, huh? Don't like Allen's dealership that much because he kept holding safe tiles against you. I mean, we're off to the
Yeah, that'll
races.
show him.
Yeah. Allen's got tough pushes too to get Tenpai here. Probably double north. No, doesn't want to throw a double north. Guess probably wants to end on that Shabo, which is fair enough. I mean, tiles are slowly starting to get pulled. Oh, and that'll do it. Steven throws the 2. That is the Pinfu. So it is the Mongon side. No era needed. And now Barry is back in the lead. As Nathan takes the driver's seat with a pretty good high pie too.
Yeah, this is already Tushan, right?
Yeah,
So
good Tushan too. A lot of Pinfu shapes.
yeah, it's real nice.
Good add
Really
Mako for
wants
some
to draw.
pool.
Really needs to draw Dora here. Get some extra value from somewhere.
Yeah, I would hate the 9 mon. That would kill off Tanyo and the Dora. Although Steven really just wants this game to be over and done with. Steven's
Good
looking to
draw
pick up
for.
some chump change.
I was gonna say good draw for. Oh, Barry had already discarded 9 so that would have been
Yeah,
a Freddy 10 joint.
said don't need it. Ooh, and Steven challenges, or no, not
Allen
Steven, Allen. Allen challenges.
Allen on 3-6, so potential Dora.
Door Pinfu, not
Um,
bad. Missed the Sanshoku. Did not get 9 so, but still chances. Although now we have Steven Tenpai 114. Oh, there's the Sanshoku.
I mean,
If Allen draws the winner next hand, that'd be so bad. Oh, double. Oh, we have 3-6 and 6-9
6-9.
mon.
That's
Oh,
Timo.
and Steven said thanks for the tips. That is unfortunate.
That's such a
Duff.
like yeah, that smart's a bit for Nathan. Already a incredible draw second draw for Barry.
Yeah, Barry just feeling great right now.
And he's like, I'm fine with this game ending, but if it's gonna give me a hand like this, I'll take a win first.
Yeah, Barry's like, I could use some more points. Not gonna pass him up with a high pie like this.
It's a little bit of an awkward situation here with the pairs. Um, you
Yeah,
don't want
but
to.
you could cut from 1-2 and just take the Shabo.
You're
Shabo
hoping
no
to connect.
Yakuai.
So that six mon right now is basically just a floater. So you wanna hook it up. Um,
Yeah. And Steven's trying to make miracles happen. Call for Junchan, I presume. Which even
looks
on
that
direct
way.
hit would not be enough to knock Barry down. Unless
No, it's
unless Khan happens. Which should be fair, Khan into Mordora is,
and
with that
he
high
does
pie, might
say,
be a decent route.
I can't use this extra door. I have to take the Tenpai, and there it is. What a way for
Quick 2 down.
that to go.
And
Really,
importantly, Nathan has now lost third too with that deal in, and is now in fourth.
well, has been in. I think it's been in fourth for a bit now, but
No, no. After Allen. Oh, that's 23, not 2,300. Oops.
yeah, yeah, it's
Oops.
he is
Missed
he
one of
is
those
having
arrows.
he's
Yeah.
a bad, no good, very bad game, but um, it looks like that. Well, Barry's got a lot of junk to clear out of this hand.
This is from Barry. I'm going to fold out
Yeah, actually,
or
you're
go
yeah.
for Kokoshi because it's funny. And if I hit, it's a sick clip.
No,
And if
this is
not,
this is
then I
yeah.
get
No,
to be closer to being on with my night.
I didn't even catch the 4 5, and yeah, this is just I don't want to keep this game going.
It's fair.
Don't want and don't need to keep this game
Exactly. Yeah,
going.
you're super far ahead. Honestly, just the longer and longer you play, almost the more liability you have for Steven to get like a really nice hand and pass you with Oyakaburi, especially with Homba built up.
Steven's hand has that 5 5 6 6 really needs to
Answers.
be drawn into.
Yeah,
Um, Across the way, let's see. There's that penchant is a little. Oh, you can cut the 9 mon and get a pair out of it. Yeah, okay.
it's not terrible. Could even like if you draw like
And Nathan is
Forso,
now has a Shabo Tenpai.
Chabo, Tanyo, Nomi, something. Alan's gonna fight it. Says get
On
me in
three
the ring.
six. I mean, Alan's got a good hand to
Yeah,
fight
reach
it.
pin Fudora. Good weight. That's what I'd do. Genbutsu reach style. That is going to see Steven deal into the first though. Much
And
cheaper hand.
Nathan can end the game in the positive at least. Well, raw score positive.
Yeah, raw score positive. I mean, Barry clearly showing six Don gotta know something to
That's
get there.
that's a hefty win for Barry. Um,
Plus 40. Steven's got plus 14. So
that's a
start of a
pretty good
climb.
second.
Yeah. And then, yeah,
Uh,
Nathan falling super far down. Nathan all of a sudden having to struggle after that.
Nathan's still not in a horrible position though. Usually with the cascading promo slots, there's at least a couple extra
Yeah, you could.
for the lowest bracket.
I would say you
But
could expect. It's
he
reasonable to expect three, but it's not guaranteed. So,
he doesn't want to take
yeah, you
another
don't want
game
to
like that.
be gambling too on having that occur. You really want to just have the guaranteed promotion more than anything.
This it's not a perfect ranking by Eevee, but it's actually quite.
It's better than
Quite
most
close.
go, honestly. Which I guess you'd expect on like the most thrown together league because it's all skill levels without any type of filtration. To start, it's just everybody thrown into the pot together. So
All right, we are already on game two of this session. Uh, Nathan has a choice to make here because we are now at four pairs
yeah,
with a completed sequence shape though, and
yeah, struggling. I mean, you might just play efficient and see what comes. You might give it a gander, give it a try if you draw another
well,
pair, start to think it
the
through.
unfortunate thing about that is that if you had decided that one turn earlier, you'd have a better shape right now. But
You're fine. You got options. Still got time. Although Barry is going to take Dama Tenpai on 5-8 Nobiton? What? Ah! This is 3 verse. Wait. It's 3 verse 2. I don't know about that.
he's confirmed. So the
You
Dom was
wanted to.
because
You
it
wanted
was
to be able to
unconfirmed
confirm
Sanshoku.
Sanshoku for more value, so
Right.
you'd pass a
So
5.
right.
But
So
now that you have the 9, I mean, I guess that it's Clunky Dora,
oh oh
and it is
he
Magon, so that's gotta
is
be
it
it,
gonna,
right?
I feel like this nine is so precarious right now.
Oh, dude, I can't believe neither of those. I can't believe Alan or Steven have not dropped a 9 yet.
I know, that's why I've
Woo!
just been sitting here being
Smack
like,
it, smack it. Oh, that's your Hanemon Barry. The top should not be enough. It should not be enough to sit on a throne. You should have to put others below you constantly. Oh, there it goes. Tadashi 6. Oh my god, right as
oh,
Nathan
just
digs
ended
out with
up
the Sumo on the 7.
giving Nathan an extra.
Tip the dealer.
Yeah,
Said, here's your Oyakabari for next round.
I bet on the log review, Barry's gonna be like, damn, like it really did feel like one of those nines
It
was.
was. I can't
The,
believe they didn't filter out. Alan, I understand a little bit more because Alan's been like very.
Alan's been
If
playing
I'm
a
gonna play, I'm gonna play
pretty
very
conservative.
safe. Yeah, very
Yeah,
conservative. But I can't believe Steven didn't flow one of those out. I guess just chasing value, maybe more than anything.
yeah, maybe.
Now Nathan, I mean Nathan, pretty good high pie again.
Yeah, definitely not bad.
Ishan 10 already.
Dora already been just yeeted out of all hands here.
Oh, and that's Senpai. I take it. I would do the
Yeah,
Kanchan. Yep,
that's fine. Oh
I do. I'd beg on the terminal. I don't really blame Steven. You
no,
don't
I
really have anything safe. I
that's a
might
good
do
play.
I might do the two full double two maybe, or play like Suji. Just
I would have to
because
go back and look at the hand again for
there
the what
was
would you do?
so you had it was three mon and then a reach on the four, I believe. No, it was a reach on the three mon, but you had dropped 9 pin, 4 pin before that, and you had a 7 pin in
Mm,
hand. So I might throw the 7 pin just because it was still like a two or three Shanten hand Doralist, so it wasn't worth anything.
right,
So I
sure.
might find more safety in the 7P than the 1 but also like yeah, it's
It's an
row one.
understandable
Just throw
play.
it, see what happens. It's a bad beat if you get hit by it. If it was not epods, I definitely wouldn't have thought about it and would have shoved it. But epods, I think a little
Right.
bit more.
We're having some good draws around the table right now. I'm not sure. It looks like so Steven has a Chanta or a Junchan. Barry is Ishan 10. Um, likely to end up on 8. So non-Chabo.
Yeah.
Alan's hand is a couple away. Nathan's
Hmm.
hand looking. Wait, hold on. Could potentially cut that penchant if another one of these shapes fills out
Yeah, I
more.
think in that case it would have to be like 8 pin, 5 pin. 4
That
pin's
should
another good
help.
argument. Yeah,
I
I think
think
I'd
you
cut the
cut the
penchant here.
penchant here,
Yep, I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, I guess you could just cut 3-7 and confirm Ipeko too, but Tanya is the same thing. And it gives you more flexibility if you have to start playing
yeah,
more
I
aggressive.
this I think is the play. This is such a wide Ishanten.
Yeah. Ishan 10 for Barry too. Across the
Mm,
table, looking on maybe a Shabo. Could potentially
I
just end
wouldn't
on a
call.
Ramen Pinfu.
Mm,
Oh, Ramen
oh,
Pinfu. And decides to Dama. Very fair. It's Pinfu Nomi, so even reach Pinfu on a decent way. Oh no, never mind. It's bad. There's only one so left.
yeah, that's why. That feels like a case where if something goes down, you want to have an exit. Well, no.
Well, says, hey, if everyone else is doing it, I'll be cool. And now we're off to the races. One north left would be a great tile if everybody got choices on what they were dropping.
And
And
Barry actually ends up
Steven,
winning this standoff.
with I think by far the worst weight. Even though I didn't count tiles, but Dora indicator single one is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not a weight that I hesitate. And I think
Although I guess Hell weight pay Tonki against 3 reaches is pretty bad too. If I'm Steven there, I think I decide about switching it instead of dealing that 4-so. Just because if everybody else is in reach, then it's just where is my tile at? Steven Sanchanten, I believe. ATM. No,
yeah, it's not, that
even
looks
yeah. Sanchanten. Pretty clumsy, but has a chance. Nathan's already
I mean
opened up for
you have to do
Yakua.
something as dealer.
Adora. Yeah. I mean, you could go Atazuke too. You have that option. Doesn't feel great, but again, your dealer. Gotta try something. Ooh.
Passes that again.
Passes the 2 pin. Doesn't want it.
That shape is now a
It's
little
tough.
bit of a liability.
It's tough. 2 4s out, so low chance of upgrading. 2 2s out, so
I
it's
think
not
you're just
looking
stuck with
great.
that shape.
And then you're gonna call the 4. I think that's indecisiveness on do I want to commit to going Autozuke, and then after seeing that pass, being like, damn, I should have opened that, and then seeing the
Mm,
4 come out and just deciding, you know
yeah,
what,
yeah. I think
I'm gonna fix my mistake. I'm gonna do it
a
this
little
time.
bit of a panic. Like, yeah, maybe I. If you were gonna take it now, you should have taken
Yeah,
it then. I think potentially is. I think that's you could say that.
yeah. It's a really awkward spot too, because like I wouldn't love the Autozuke on the white here, although it would have worked out apparently. Jeez, Allen's Ishanten, Nathan's Pei Tonki. One still on the wall. Barry is Tenpai on
Hey,
4
Dora
7
Tonki,
pin.
the spiciest kind of pay Tonki.
Ah, Baltimore's got their little claws up right now for that one. Baltimore is loving that play. Nathan wins it out. Nathan honestly reclaiming some losses from last games.
I mean,
Looking
yeah,
in good
I
form.
think as long as you don't,
Can't slip.
keep
Yeah.
you want to keep your momentum. So,
Can't slip. You're up a bit. You're with the flow, so know that, but know when it's time to back down. Can't get too comfortable. Got Yaku pair with Barry. Barry is gonna call. Could even potentially go 4-5-6 Sanshoku here too.
I'm
Even
sure
potentially 5
that's
6 7.
that's on his mind here.
Yeah.
Mary's high pie have been so good. Mm, well,
Gonna
it
opt
didn't
to just
happen,
yeah,
but
gonna opt to just take the Tenpai. It's fair. I mean, you could drop double 9 and then greed for 5 6 7, but like it's only worth 2 instead of 1. You get an extra 1100 points, which just isn't worth it.
it's right. You don't have to you don't have to play it. It doesn't make sense to play
To
out of
sacrifice
your
the
way for an
Tenpai for
extra
it, yeah.
to bump to Tuhan. So
Allen draws another deal in tile. You can imagine that probably won't come out.
not the way he's been playing.
No, but there's also like other efficiency things, like the 6 pin particularly. That's if you're gonna cut a tile, that's much less efficient than the 7 mon. Yeah, Nathan doesn't really have anything shaping up. Still trying to fight, not quite there. And
That's gotta go.
yeah, Steven trying to find Tenpai. Wait, what? Oh, it's double Yakuhai. Okay. Oh, now that's more interesting. Do you keep it
Oh,
for 3 Han?
mm,
Probably
that's
still
a bigger score
not.
bump, but no, I don't think you don't have to play that way in Barry's position.
That too, yeah.
Like, I
Especially when you're
think
dealer. If you're not dealer, maybe
you
you have
don't
like full
wanna
2 Han.
you're you're gambling an additional like 2,000 points for potentially missing a win
Yeah.
by like fumbling around trying to put something together. So Achazuke call from that Barry's flow is enviable.
Barry is not missing very hard today. Barry's
So
getting rewarded for
this
decisions that
could
Barry's making.
easily be
This could be Bongon, Toy Toy,
it's
Double
easy.
Yakuai.
It doesn't
Ooh.
it doesn't it's Dora
Oh,
2.
Dora too.
He just needs to call the East and it's Mongon.
Yeah. Hanuman if you go all the way, but Barry's like, completed meld, sign me up. Oh. Uh-oh.
Tenpai.
Now Hanuman for Barry.
Oh my
Double
god.
3-so. Jeez. What are we doing? What is going on here? We're just having some fun. You're going to throw the 9 before the 6, I'd think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's standard play, of course.
Another 4 comes out. We're
Harry's
still haven't seen an
where
East or a green. There's the green.
you have to, yeah.
Terrible weight, but something. No
Yeah,
Baimon here.
the three is not happening, but
Interestingly, if 3-so and then East was called, it would have been a Baimon. That is the one situation where that hand shape gets there.
where are these Easts?
Coming out whenever anybody draws them. Can tell you that much.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, I bet I know what's under both of those 2-sos. uh, oh, there's one. Is Nathan gonna push? Could push 4P
Uh,
first. Pushes 5, okay. Oh, doesn't want the shift. Do you take that shift there if you're Allen? Oh, that's free 10, never mind. I missed the 8. Now Steven's got a decision. Steven
Steven is
tosses.
not as careful. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And door 4.
And Barry says, thanks, Alan, for the additional 6,000 points.
Wow.
And Steven is now having a rough day.
The nice thing to come out of this, for me at least, is that I know tomorrow I don't have to try and get top score in any league ever because Barry's just going to get like plus 100 over the next 2 days, already being above me. Or would ever be ahead. If Barry even ends this year in first, Barry's at 400 after 2 with 2 more games to play. That is so
Yeah.
many. That is
Yeah,
substantial.
well, if things keep going this way, you know, preemptive congratulations to Barry for.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Jeff is still like Jeff is close. Jeff has a good record too. Jeff only started today, 20 points behind.
Wow, Barry's draws are insane. Whenever I have like a 3-3-4-4, I'm like, okay, how many like it's gonna take me like 2 full
End of row
rows to
2,
draw into
yeah,
this.
to finally get it. Although I will say you're out of 2s now, which is a little tough. So now you can only hit 5p.
Oh, yeah, so that's essentially, well, doesn't matter.
Definitely worse, doesn't matter though. Steven gonna deal into Allen's reach door 1, but with some repeats, so a little bit more value tacked on there. Or not reach door 1, June door 1, whatever it was. Oh no, one off. The light
What were you
bulb,
looking for?
the monkey neuron activation came when I looked at Allen's hand. It was Ishanten to start. I thought it was
Oh,
Tenpai looking at it. I was like, oh my god, double reach dealer. We're so back. Yeah, you gotta take that con. Your
that's
hand shape's so good.
you could throw back, but you know,
You're
we're
not
having
throwing it back.
you're a
You're
sub, you're having fun. That's what you're
Oh,
here
not
for.
even that. You're never throwing it back. You could throw one of the other tiles. I think there's an argument for that because
Oh,
your
you want
shape
to
left
keep it
over is
around.
not as great. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to con it either right there or con it later, but you're keeping it. You're never throwing that back. Ain't no way. Oh yeah, now you just take the nastiest double terminal Shabo of your life, even with
Oh,
once cut
yeah, I
from
mean,
both.
that one is solidly situated, so he can only win on Nathan's 9.
Well, it's Suji with once
It
cut.
is.
First row. Pretty good argument. 3 and then 8 is definitely a little weird. Might be an alarm bell, but it'll get to the point where what else would you rather throw? You
I
know what I mean?
suppose Barry might try to fold with it. Uh,
Yeah, Barry could. C4 so come out, something like that. Oh my god. Steven has a Suanko Ishanten right now. Across table. Dog, what?
so it is. Oh, there it
Is
is.
it dead though? No, it's
Mm,
1-1. No,
what?
there's one's the indicator. It's
What?
just 8p.
There's one 8p left.
That would be insane to lose out if you're Allen. Imagine that. Suanko Oyakabiri with a double terminal shot. Okay. Oh, that might just come out of Barry's hand.
Uh,
No fun.
no, uh,
Casual 50 foot. Well, that was exciting.
it was exciting, but
1 on 50
just
to
another
end it all.
disappointment for Steven.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's single weight, and you can see that going into it.
Yeah, right.
I guess you don't have to reach it, but also like you got a better chance at pushing other people away and having time to draw it. And that's a hand where it's like you either really want to play the Suanko or you're just like whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, I think the reach is just saying, you know, if there's anybody left to scare off, like give me the most time possible. Let's see. That's a great good draw for Alan. Um, Alan likely to end up on that Conchon there. Huh. That's an interesting draw. And around the table here, looks like Nathan is two Shanten.
Yeah.
Um, Steven has okay shapes, but that that 1-3 Conchon looks like it's not going anywhere as of right now.
So yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's Kanchan versus Kanchan. Ooh, and we are gonna see Tenpai from Allen too.
Those were some
Interesting.
fortuitous draws for Alan.
Ended up on 6-9 Pinzu, which is not where I saw that ending up on.
Right. Yeah. Um, so
Oh,
the
important to
nines,
note from last round, really
yeah.
quick. Barry's Chi actually blocked a Suanko. Blocked the Suanko draw. I think it was Barry's Chi from earlier.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because Barry drew the AP, so the Chi ended
Oh,
up. It would have ended
hmm.
up in Steven's hand.
Well, the nine was actually basically dead, but Alan picks up the sumo.
Yeah, collect some nice points. Not a whole lot, but bit by bit. And Steven just falling further and further. Nathan and Barry still struggling. Or, I mean, I guess still not struggling, still up in the races.
Oh, yes.
Although Allen wins one more hand, and they're going to start to have to fight two other people for first instead of one.
I mean, Alan's got it's still well that
I mean,
draw
you're a dealer
helps.
too, so you pick up value quick.
It's a pretty good Rian Chanten though. Let's
Yeah,
see how everyone else is doing. Nathan's shapes that
interesting.
penchant is awkward. That five helps though. Penchant
Yeah,
goes.
it's fair. Steven's
Steven,
really interesting hands. That's not really worth too much other than Yakuai.
it is Ishanten. It's just you're gonna just have to take that
Ugly
seven
7 so, yeah.
and hope you get Ura 3.
I
I
mean,
think is the
you still got time. Yeah,
it,
I mean, you do have double Urabomb chance. That is important. If you're counting Souths too, you see there's still two not thrown out. Well,
and
now one.
Barry. That's a bit away, so that draw solves your block problem.
Yeah, Barry's probably just looking for an excuse to get out of here. As Nathan gets Tenpai on the 3 so again. Allen's still Ishanten with a San Menshon.
Yeah, for his good draws seem to the good draw spigot is off now.
Yeah, ran out of funds. Ooh, that is going to be Tenpai for Steven. Steven is going to reach on it. Just a 7 so. Terrible weight, but, you know. If you hit Conchons, I don't. But if you do, then should be fine. Two left in the wall. Looking better than 3 so's. Only one of those left in the wall. Allen's going to fight. Tries Nakasuji 4-pin first. It works. Still has not
That
hit Tenpai
that five
yet.
so sits pretty awkwardly in the hand though.
Oh yeah, you got to get rid of 2 or 5, presumably.
Oh,
Or
that's true.
hoping
You
you
can
have the
just cut the
chance for
two.
2. If you draw 4, 7 first. If you draw 1, then you have to cut 5. Which I guess is only half Suji right now, which isn't great, but it's something. Oh, or just Steven will hit the Kanchan.
Yeah, just get them.
340,
Just
you just draw those. Simple as that. The best piece of advice you can get in this game. Simply draw and win. Easy peasy.
these. Okay, so actually a pretty good starting hand for Nathan here. You've got your blocks all set up. Um, Steven has a 4-5-6 Sanchoku chance here. The rest of the hand looks decent. Barry
Yep.
is already called for just non, looks like. And Alan's hand needs some development. Okay. Nathan
Nathan.
fixes the 8-so head. It's now Ishan 10.
Yeah, could even potentially go for a Shabo. 3P and 8 so.
And we'll see.
I like it more than the Kanchan. You could even Dama, try to get Titania out first. It's
You
not
need, well,
terrible.
uh,
Ah, I don't like that. I think you either Dama and
well,
take the Shabo, or you reach on the 2P and his dealer.
I think, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this Yaku list Dama here. It just doesn't.
Doesn't get you anywhere. That's the other
You,
thing
I
about a
think
Shabo. You have better chance at hitting
you have
ground
to.
mounds.
You
Well, that
just,
would be for
yeah,
a
I think
10.
you have to reach if you make this play,
Oh,
or
just get rewarded.
get rewarded.
Just simply hold strong. Honestly, Michael, me and you would not survive in C1. There's, we would not, we would not be top of the ranks. I can tell you that much. If this is how C1 tables play out, I'd be bottom. I can't read the right thing that's happened. I haven't done it once tonight. I would have been making wrong plays since turn 1. We're waiting on it.
At 2,
5-2.
yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty good. It's 3. The late one's weird, but figure, I might try it. Especially when you're Steven and you're down so much, too.
Nathan extends South 1 and is 100 points behind Barry.
It's true.
So, but this hand is not a winner.
Yeah, that's tough. That is a see
Uh,
you at the end of row 1 and. Oh, Stevens
Steven
looks great.
is
Is Ishan 10
all.
already?
It's Ishan 10, but
Headless Ishan
it's
10.
headless. Yeah, so.
Oh, I kind of like ditching 2 peen there if it's headless.
Yeah.
That once cut Hatsu looks crispy. And now I'm gonna cut
Well,
it.
now
I'm gonna
you
cut
have
it
an
a lot.
Ariane Men chance, which is. It's fine.
Yeah,
Um, Across the way, Barry is not really close. Okay, so we do have a Ricci on 1-4.
1-4 so fair,
This
sure.
one may come out of Nathan's hand, depending.
Yeah, looks better than most of the other things in the hands. Probably
Right
right
now,
here.
potentially.
Maybe double eight technically, but it's DC crafted long Suji.
Yeah, I don't. I think that just
Fair.
happens.
Your
There
dealer,
wasn't a
you're
lot of
like, I'm not gonna
options.
play the hand otherwise. I want to try and be aggressive for first. I'll shove it. Hope it doesn't deal into a lot. Didn't really.
So Steven has a chance to recoup some losses here, but this hand has three blocks. So let's oh
Four
four,
now with
four.
Yakuhai.
That does bump up his chances of a win considerably.
You're
So
only ever 6 perfect draws away from Tenpai, Michael. You gotta remember that. Just a row away. And Barry
Barry's got a
is
Tanyo
less than one
hand.
row. Yeah, Barry is. Ooh, Barry, what are you gonna do?
Wow.
Ah, throws the eight. Says I
Does
like
not need this
Sanango.
Dora.
I like Sanango. I like
What
Suanko chance. All
what
that
are what are this man's draws tonight?
better than mine. That's what I can say. I might get 2 hands like that during a game.
Actually, Steven's been drawing quite nicely as well. Does not decides against the Yakuhai angle on this hand. And draws Dora.
Something, but the
Actually,
problem is you still need to hit Tenpai, and you're 2 Shanten, or
this is
Round
two
Shanten at
Shanten.
best.
It's just there's just Ryanman joints all over this hand, but it is two Shanten. Yeah.
I think I might even just commit to playing 5-8 Nobeton early and dropping 7p and 9p, and then at least I can call for
Mm,
Tanya easier.
what? Okay. This maybe the 6-9 Pin Nobetan.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
there's your pair.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll make it easy. Nathan
Uh,
is. What's
Potential
that?
Tanya
Round
now.
Shanten, I think. Is that Round Shanten? Dora 2. Shapes are clunky.
Alan doing some funny stuff on the other side of the table.
Alan's still far. Alan's still like 4 away.
That's probably just a I'm not playing this hand
Oh yeah, that is a I'm
deal.
waiting
So,
until that exact thing happens, and then I am dropping safe terminals. Oh, Barry was debating his 2p save. Misreads. And
or
yeah,
just
Epots gives the Dora, and now that's actually great for Nathan. Nathan's now
yeah,
back in first, pretty confidently.
Barry a chip in Barry's armor for tonight.
You're not wrong.
A pretty considerable chip at 12,000.
I mean, it's dealer manga, and again, if even if you don't give Epots there, it's it's just 77. I think it was 330.
Yep.
So it's 5k jump or 4300 jump by giving
Yeah.
Epots.
Early call from Nathan here,
I like
looking
it.
like Honitsu.
Yeah, jam Honitsu. Hope you can pick up some of these Yakuai pairs. They're playing
Especially
the
well, you
Dora
want that
anyway.
you want that Dora, yeah. Like you may even wait Tonki on it, um, if you have to. Let's see. Barry's hand looks strong for Tanyao, though may Dama if the Kanchan issue or call if that Kanchan isn't addressed. It's
Yeah, and
just
you
Dama
called it
on it.
perfectly. Just I mean, it's fair. 5-7's terrible. Although funny enough, I was gonna say it might have came out of Nathan's hands. Now Nathan might be playing it though, especially with Dora Dragon looking pretty bad.
Um,
2 out now.
yeah, Nathan.
Ooh, if you're buried, do you cut? If you're buried, do you keep that Tumon? Do you cut the Conchon, go back to Shanten?
Um, I don't. I don't think that's standard.
It's not, but would you? It is a bad
Um,
way. You do get Ryanban upgrades. Oh, and I would have. I don't know if I would have taken that, but Barry decides not to chase on 5-8. Oh, now decides to. Looking for the Tadashi or the funny wait once. Nathan's out. And Alan Sumos. Reach Tanyao Ipeko Pinfu. And no Hanemon. Wow, and we've been jumping back and forth. Now it's Alan and Nathan in the fight for first.
yeah, Alan. Alan been performing pretty strongly in this game. Barry gets an overall. Well, your shapes are there. You just have two bad ones.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hope to hit one, reach on another. Maybe you get an upgrade to one of them.
Let's see.
Simple as.
Alan looks to be Tushan. Well, that is Tushan 10 now, I think. Um, and Nathan has a strong So shape, but has also two Pentrons.
Yeah.
Penchon City actually really this round. Um,
Yeah, I mean, that's
nobody's
good for
hand
everybody else's hands, you know?
nobody's hand looking particularly strong.
I mean, Allen's Ishanten with double
Alan is
Ramen.
now has a good Ishan 10.
Not really worth too much, but
It
something.
would be Richie Nomi, but if you're in first and you have a good weight, then Richie Nomi is fine.
Stevens, Ishanten on those double bad
Barry
weights. Ooh,
Barry
Barry.
confirms an Ipeco shape.
Very interesting. I think,
Probably worth
yeah.
reaching this if you get Tenpai. So, and by
Yeah.
probably I mean definitely, as dealer.
Well, interestingly enough, you are also Ishanten from Chitoy and a normal shape here.
I guess. Oh, you get the Chi toy
Probably,
first.
probably,
Yeah,
yeah, and then I guess hope that you get something else tasty.
right. 2-5 for Alan,
Uh-oh, everyone's
and
jumping on board.
that's going to be
Another Cheetoid,
another
7
Chi toy.
Monomi.
I honestly did not see that one developing. So
Oh, and Steven's gonna deal in and
Chi
reach
toys
to the
beat the fuck
chase.
out.
Cheetoy's just slashing. Oh, okay. I honestly might have to say real on this one. I really might have to say real. I mean, listen, double
You're
pair.
at least you're at least in the game for show. Yeah, Shosangen. Shosangen Honitsu.
Hey, hear
Excuse
me
me.
out. What about a 7 so cut there and you keep that south, maybe the west? Shinroto is pretty cool. That's all I'm
Mm,
saying.
dealer Hane. So Honitsu Little Dragons is Hanemon. I think Alan does not have like visions of a gigantic monster hand here, unless you draw
Uh,
Tune.
if you draw the tune and then Anko either one, then I mean, again, you're the one who has them all. Okay, yeah, 9 standard. You're cutting the east before tune, that's for sure,
Of
even with
course.
one
Yeah, yeah.
out. Now 2 out, I might go. Still throwing east first.
You don't go out of your way to keep it at this point, I think.
Yeah. Now you
It's
go,
just
damn, tried it, didn't come together. I'll take my Mongon and leave, assuming that you get the
yeah,
Haku.
like if you cheat, Tumon, obviously it goes. Or if you pawn, I think it goes too. If it pairs, you have choices.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward with West Haku. Although I guess you could maybe look towards like a toy Baimon nonsense. Drop one Mon and then you have 3 to pick up past that. But yeah,
No,
you're
you
just gonna
take
take 2
take
Mon
the
Tenpai
Tenpai.
there. 100%. Uh-oh. Oh, but Barry deals into Nathan's cheap hand. And that's enough with the
Not cheap.
foo.
No, Tanya plus two is
Yeah.
not cheap.
Oh yeah, that was Dora too. I completely missed that. I was like, oops. Well, Nathan takes it over Allen. Nathan coming back, saying, I
Yeah,
want some of those points back that I lost last game.
yeah, Nathan actually that more than made up for that
Yeah,
loss,
102. So,
and Barry takes a small hit. We thought that Barry was just going to steamroll, but apparently
didn't come together.
it's not quite how this game went. And Steven takes a pretty painful minus 44.
Yeah,
Um,
with 6 games left, it's getting harder and harder. You know what I mean?
right.
Well, I don't know about you, but C1 has been a treat for me so far. So what if we just run C1 back? What is happening on this board? Dude, what goes down on C1? What is
Um,
going on?
okay, so on the board here we
I
have
I don't even.
Kevin. Fogless is Kevin.
Yeah,
Um,
very good player from the DC club. Sixth on Saint 3 at peak, I believe.
Nano is Rowan.
Yep. And then Agent Seto is Ian,
Is
and Nogeska is Jeffrey.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting those updated right now. What's going on with this reach? Is that dealer? Is that Kevin? Nope.
That
Yep.
is that is not. This reach is just 6 Pitonki. It took me a second there because I was not expecting that. um, I think the hope is that, well, I'm not sure what the hope is, to be honest with you. And Ian is also Tenpai on 3-peen, 6-peen. 3-peen are nowhere to be found. And actually, or no, not Tenpai, they're headless. Sorry.
Okay, now we got all the info updated. So where are we doing? Kevin, yeah, Kevin's doing
Ah,
good this season.
Sumo on the 6P Tonki.
Got the sevens to block.
So sure, but that doesn't help with sumoing a Tonki weight.
Uh, yeah,
Unless you're blocking the wall. I know.
exactly. You gotta play. Hey, you can't. You gotta play the wall. Can't let the wall play you. Simple as that. Was that Rowan who got that? Did I see that right? Or was that
Uh,
somebody else?
yes, that's right.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Now Ian. No. Yes, Ian in the driver's seat. Not too much info. Is Tudon higher than me? Uh,
has is still lacking a block, but
yeah.
otherwise the hand looks like Tanyo.
I mean,
Tanyo Dora one.
you draw 5 mon, and you are looking mean and green with that one. You got,
Rowan
ugh.
Rowan is got a call hand. Um,
Yeah, get Haku, and then somehow make a hand that gets to Tenpai. That's step 1 and 2 for Rowan.
Jeffrey's hand has a pair surplus, but otherwise looks okay.
Yeah, surprisingly, not terrible shapes. Really, the only problem
Actually,
is the pairs.
Chitoy Ishanten on the right now.
Oh, wow,
That
and Rowan
Haku
doesn't even
pass
take the
means it's a
Haku.
commit. Yeah, that's a commit to the to
Yeah,
Chitoy, it looks like.
with East and 9p, I might freak it. Ooh, and I'm a fool. You're gonna take that? You're gonna reach on drop 7 mon on 8, 8 on 7.
Mm,
I don't know.
I well,
Again, all
I'm not
this
a I'm
for
not a cheat toy player, so I'm not really sure what I would do there.
all
So
this for 3 Han though. You call the Haku, you can get that open, and then toy for Mongon.
you're definitely more of a toy believer than me. Though
You
I
got
have
nine. You got
it's
9P.
a
You got East. You'll be fine. You can
it's
find 3P or 4Mon and then bail out if you need to. You'll be good.
I expect
Yeah.
the Ryanman Wade is gonna take it here. And that's just reach door one.
Kevin's swiping that up. And Rowan in the dealer seat has a crazy first round discard.
Let's see the blocks here.
I think it's June every time.
I mean, you do have your blocks, but
What you
I think you keep the form on so that you can ditch the penchant.
Yeah,
I
you can
think
ditch the
that's I
penchant. You get to if you get to make it a Nobeton try if you draw like 5 and then yeah, you draw something around your 8. It's
so yeah. I
not
think
worth the red.
that was an efficient like I think that's a bad Sakigiri, but
I guess maybe thinking about Honitsu, but you're too far from that. That's never a Honitsu. Never ever. All right,
on
Jeffrey, not doing too much, shaping up normal. Probably just
normal
Tanya. Probably not even Pintu.
yeah
Doesn't even have the door yet.
is waiting. Yeah, that 7 is probably gonna stick around for a bit for the acceptance. Now you cut the penchant for dealer here.
Yeah, smart move by Rowan.
Though you end up with a different penchant now potentially.
Shabo or Peiko chance. Silly.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
gotta
No,
read the
this is
wall.
fine.
Yeah, you're
This is
fine with
fine.
this. Chupine and totes, right?
That that
I don't like 4. I like Chupine. I can.
the two is standard. I think
Yeah. Don't like the 4. That is a very hard Peiko committer. I would almost rather throw 7 there than
it's one of the
4
two.
pin. Across the table, Kevin. 456 Sanshoku working up. Peiko locked and loaded actually. Could even just open up on the 5. Although that would be
That's
terrible.
an interesting
Because
hand.
you'd sack all your value. It would just be Tanya Sanshoku. Probably keep one so there. Maybe. You lose your safe tile, but I guess you have 4.
I don't think the plan is going to change for Kevin there.
Problem is it's just awkward end weight. Like you probably just have to Dama on like 5, right?
That's gonna yeah, that would be the plan, I think, or that would be what happens.
Now everybody's firing up. Ian is just going to decide I want Tenpai, I want some points, so I'm going to get Tenpai on 4-7B.
We,
Haven't seen some
okay.
movement, so playing that safe tile that he kept, fair.
Well, yeah, it's just expanding potential Tenpai options.
That too, yeah. Don't want
You
that.
can still keep your decides
Very interesting
maybe he
draws
doesn't
on
want that.
Rowan's. Yeah, gonna flow out the 7. Although I think you just play the south. I got scared of Honitsu, but there might have been 2. There's 1 or 2 out, I'm not sure.
Okay. This is one of those this is my typical dealer hand, I have to say.
You get a Yaku
Um,
High, that's better than I get most of the time. I don't hate Yaku Highs. I went like 3 games back to back
oh,
without
like
Yaku
this
High
is my
pairing.
East round dealer
Oh
hand.
yeah,
Well,
okay.
we'll put it
See,
that way.
yeah, that I'm on that wave. Me too. This is a Sanshoku in East round. And I just gotta hope Mazu is a dream.
Um, let's see.
Kevin's actually got a pretty decent hand. The blocks are there, although
The
they're a
blocks
little
are there.
clunky.
They're not great. Yeah, funky is a good word for it.
Yeah. Ian across table is just kind of shaping up. Really valuing
That's
those honors, though. I would have loved to see those out a little bit earlier.
I
Oh,
mean,
Rowan's building Honitsu. Hello.
actually,
Oh,
Ian's got 6 blocks now, so he's got some decisions to make.
Rowan really interestingly hits the
G-
Kanchan, the Dora Kanchan,
Great,
too.
great draw. Great draw.
Well, Honitsu, too, is good. More value, even.
Yeah, I think you just take your um
Yeah, if you draw into it like that, though.
well, so
Eh,
if you pawn, you end up probably would you take the Shabo or the Kanchan?
if you pawn Haku.
Yeah.
Oh, I would never take solo 3P here. You have so many sevens, too. So it's like. Or I guess
Well, we're
that makes
about to.
six look better.
I think he's gonna. I think
Like,
Shabo. Okay.
I guess
There's
the
only.
Shaba's not as good because it's
It's
not in
actually
toads
not. I would take the
and the
three.
2P. Yeah. With one 2P on the board, I would take it. Or if I had Entotsu options for like a shift.
If you had an Totsu option, that's one thing. But
Well,
I
even
don't.
if
I
you
think
had
you're kind
like
of
an
like.
Entotsu option that you didn't have yet. But here, yeah, single two,
I.
single seven is not good. I think you just gotta
I
hope you
think
get
you're
three.
actually. You're giving up. So there's max 2 tiles for you, whereas the 3P there's max 4 tiles for you.
Yeah, and upgrades to Orion then that you have three blockers for.
This it sees actually this weight sucks. I'm gonna see what I
Yeah.
can do about it.
I was gonna say I don't know about the seven. I might have thrown doubles. Would I have thrown double seven? Herm. I don't know. Either way though, Ian has been fighting, or Jeffrey has been fighting for their life to get
Jeffrey's yeah
Tenpai,
still
and then isn't get it. Deals into Kevin's Dama 7P weight, which is fair. Terrible weight, not worth anything. Said I will get it closed, or I will simply pass.
yeah that makes a lot of sense. Um, okay, well we'll come back to Kevin's hand when it's made some progress.
Yeah, after
This is a mess.
row two.
Um,
Ian's got decent. I
hmm.
take it back. Ian has
That's
got
hands.
probably honestly a worse hand than Kevin.
I think every hand here except Jeffrey's is a little bit of a disaster.
Rowan has a good East hand. South round, it's terrible, but four dealerships ago, that would have been nice. Yeah, and then Jeffrey's looks standard ish, probably ending up on a Shabo.
It could. There's time for it to do
Oh,
something
four
else.
pairs too. I got Cheatoy
Mm.
opened up. Would have loved Double West to be in Ishan
Hedging
right
it,
now,
yeah.
but
Actually, I would definitely consider taking if I paired one more up, of course,
oh
like you
yeah,
want
if
to
you
keep
pair
that
one more
option
up, I think
open.
you do it. Play the Dora. Ooh.
Well, could
Why would I
not,
go? Why would I be Cheatoy with two pairs in my discard, guys? Come on, it's a normal weight. You can throw Dora against me. It's not Kasuji. Trust. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm Jeffrey.
well, you can't
Oh,
throw you.
oh.
I mean, I think it's like
Throw five.
yeah, you kind of
I like
the game
five
has
mono
said,
here.
the wall has said it's decreed.
I'm stupid. I would have not been Tenpai right here. And now you reach on four. And now the
Yep,
game's easy. Yeah. Although it is not good that Rowan has 9P paired up in hand.
it's true. Yeah, that weight is. I mean, that's unfortunate.
Rowan is
Like
also might
for
just
Jeffrey.
want to push against. Is that Tenpai? No. It's Ishan.
Yeah, The seven's a floater.
Yeah. Kevin is Ishan too. Decides to kill 7 so instead of 9 so there. Maybe a misclick. I don't see why you're scared of 9 so but
That
not 7
actually,
so.
I think you might be right about a misclick there. That
Yeah,
doesn't make
that's.
any sense.
I do not see it. Oh, 7 was Gen. No, 7 was not Genbutsu. Yeah, Kevin pushes 7. Yeah, that must have just been a misclick. Would not surprise me.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't like notice the 9p already in the ponds there.
No,
So
yeah, it's the last two
let's see.
9P.
It's the
That's
last
the problem.
two.
And
Yeah,
Rowan's probably one of the people who are more likely to just blind push because they got to make something happen. So that could really backfire for Jeffrey. It's doing good to push other people off. Like Kevin's pretty backed away. Ian, I haven't been paying
Kevin
attention
doesn't.
to. Ian is
This
still
is
Tenpai, Damon, 7 Mon.
yeah. Kevin doesn't have a hand you fight. I mean, not in
Yeah,
his
but
position and not with this. Not with this shot 10. Oh well.
yeah, Ian's gonna pay Sanshoku Tanya. Wait, was that not Sanshoku?
Not
Oh,
no.
it
It was
wasn't.
off. Yeah, it was one tile off. I think.
Oh, I feel like I looked over and Ian had Sanshoku. I wonder if they played safety 8 there. Or maybe they were just always one tile off and I just completely misread.
I think it was close. So maybe it got muddled up. Uh,
What we got? Ian
two
has got a
two
high five.
penchants.
Doesn't?
But
Ugh.
you
Let me tell you, not in
has
love.
two decent floaters though. Could
You
get rid of one of them.
could say that, I suppose. It's fair.
You get okay.
Rowan on the right has a much more interesting int. Looks like it'll prove much more fruitful. A very standard reach Pinfu.
Yeah, it's got
Maybe not Pinfu,
the
but
one Conchan block, but otherwise
you're
pretty strong.
over. Yeah, you have a ton of options there, so you don't even need to play the Kanchon. In fact, I might even cut it here and just commit to Pinfu because I need points. So I need every
Hmm.
Han I can get
You've
right
just
now.
introduced a different Conchan block into your hand now. For now.
Yeah, but it's easier to go to Tanya and stuff. I think. Who's Tenpai? Kevin. Jeez, Kevin. Dama Lord over here. 3-6 bean. I wish Kevin would do this
I feel like
IRL. It's a
I
good Dama.
don't this is not a Dama, I don't think.
Well,
Standard at least.
the thing is, you get first place points by hitting this hand. So it's do I reach and does that push
Sorry.
people
Yeah,
back,
it's sorry, South
or
4. It is the
yeah,
yeah, sorry.
yeah. I
In
I
this
don't think reaching
situation
there
it's
pushes
Dama.
people back, and I think 3-6 is a good way, and it might come out from somebody,
Sorry.
especially with it being around Dora. You just take it.
I was not in all last mode. Normally that's a Ricci, but I think
There, yeah.
that's a smart play given the scores.
South 4, especially with like a 3P already cut, it's very reasonable that that might come out. You might either get second 3P or another
All right.
6.
So
Well, Kevin going up a little bit. Ian, a little bit of climbing too. Thinking about maybe, pushing a promotion spot. Potentially.
mm,
Jeffrey
that's gonna
is,
take yeah, it's gonna take some at least two like one or two wins in the
yeah.
next couple. But yeah,
I mean, it could be, and there is a world where up to 9 could potentially see a promotion. It would be insane, but as long as you are positive, you do technically have a chance to promote. Especially with it being the lowest league and trickle down promotion slots. Might be something worth thinking about. And then, yeah, Rowan's still just Struggling behind, trying to get something to work.
Hasn't been their season, it seems, but
Yeah,
that happens.
it'd be like that. Well, we got 3 more minutes till this next game starts.
All right,
So
I'm gonna take another quick
yeah,
BRB
let's
then.
just get some water, Twitch chat. Stretch your legs, get a snackaroon, William Snackton. You know, and just take a breather. We've been seeing a lot of action in C1, an insane amount of action. So just don't hold your breath. Let it out. Relax. We'll be back in a sec. Another exciting game to start. And we are back. Mm. More C1 zaniness. Ian in the pilot seat right now. Door combo. Oh, double reach.
Doesn't matter.
Damn,
Double
not
reach.
taking not taking too much
A
time, huh?
Sunmenchan double.
You're
That's
kidding.
a
I
little
like didn't
gross.
look. That's no, it's not Samichan. It's just a
Oh
Kuma.
no, sorry, I misread
But
the shape
honestly,
there.
terminal double
Six
reach
nine.
on the Dora is disgusting.
6'9" is still really good though. Yeah.
This is something I would play into because I would say, what are the odds they double reach? And it's Dora like Suji. Or it's Dora including 6'9".
Apparently, the odds are
And the odds are 100%, but I'm
they're
pissed
good
off because
enough.
they should not be that nearly that good. And I deal into it, and then I'm like, wow, okay, it's one of those nights. I mean, everybody's able to play it. Honestly, Ian looks the most likely to drop out right now, and you draw anything else around that 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're keeping it.
Right. Well, I guess the
You
thing
throw the
is like
Haku
if you have
first.
no in, if you have no information,
You just
you
play
don't
efficient.
throw around the Dora.
I
If I
mean,
suppose that
if
like
I'm dealer, I think I opt a little bit more towards efficiency. Like, I don't know why we're so scared about the Haku right now. Oh, okay. Why not throw Tuso?
I would I wouldn't be scared about the Haku.
I I think, yeah, you got to fight this a little bit harder if you're Ian. Even if 6-9 isn't something you want to drop, like, you can fix that, right? You can handle that problem. That's not end of the world. But with the way you're dropping, you're just already out of the hand, and it's like it's double reach. They just literally had Tenpai. It could be anything. I think odds are, I think there's like 50% odds that a double reach is a cheat toy. So it could literally just be some random donkey. Like, who cares?
That seems
Just
high, but
play.
I do think there's definitely like
It's
statistically
weird.
more ways to get like a single weight.
Yeah.
So
At least like a Conchon or something, right? Or a
yeah,
Penchon.
any kind of single weight like Penchon, Kanchan, Tanki.
Like,
Um,
just fight it and then do it. You're a dealer. You don't want to start. You're at minus 11. Like, anything you deal into here is not going to be a big deal in a double reach most of the time. I'd almost rather have that than a reach row 2 with nothing by Dora. You know what I mean?
well, somebody dropped it, so and Gitsi Ura for Mangan. That's a way to
Oof.
start the game.
Ah, bad hit start for Rowan too. It's tough.
Yeah, it's been a rough night
Yeah.
already, I think. So for Kevin, we've got
Dora in hand. Clunky shape other than that, but
we've got this extended Sankan shape. Um, and the 6 through 9. This is pretty strong hand overall.
it's not terrible.
Keeping the Dora for now.
Yeah, I
Um,
am a big proponent. A lot of people love to throw Dora on her immediately as dealer, especially with a lot of hands where you're not
I
even
don't.
looking for a Yaku high, but I do like playing it a little bit.
I think you keep it until it's an efficiency, like until like right now maybe. You could
I
cut.
I don't know. I
Um,
I still like greeting for Dora a little bit, even if you're dealer, and it makes the hand slower.
so Rowan looks like they're trying to decide about the Honitsu commit, but I think it's a pretty or potential Chinitsu. I think it's a pretty clear move. And across the table, a little a little awkward.
Oh, that's I mean that's Ishan. That's
That's
not the
Ishan
cut.
10. It's just not a
Or I
good
guess
one.
it's yeah, I guess
It's
it's
like
fine
actually it's
enough.
extremely bad. Um,
It could end up being Chanta.
Not with a 5/6 as one of your
Oh,
shapes.
oh, that's so nasty by
This
Rowan. What
weight is
is? Am I like having a stroke? What?
no, it's a one
It's
four Haku
double and
weight.
totes.
Yeah,
Double Haku
it's
and totes.
it's like a weird.
It's because it's end totes. End
It's
totes
like
with
it's a.
another Anko next to it, and
I
the
think it.
Haku is the floating pair.
I don't know what to call it, but it is basically like a triple Shabo.
It's something wacky and a weird.
But the Haku is what you expect to win on here, given that there's only one of the other two tiles.
Is Tenpai? We're just gonna see a shove. I mean, Sheesh.
This
Four, six,
weight is
seven.
considerably better.
Then single
Well,
one, single four, single or double Haku.
yeah, Korak pointed out in the chat. I mean, it's just an Intotsu that you're holding two extra tiles of, which makes sense.
Yes. Sort of. I think. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, and the 7 comes. Good Haku weights by the other players at the table. Would have
Yeah, I
been
think I would have
Mahjong
been.
minimum deal-ins. I check this. That's honor theory for you. 10% chance, baby. 90% of the time, fine. Don't care. That 10% of the time, you're feeling like dog water. But again, 90 versus 10.
Sure. So
Got a
Kevin
good
starts
start by
off
Kevin.
pretty strong hand here.
Rich
One
Pinfu.
Dora, possible
Yeah,
chance to accept more.
pretty good.
Rowan,
Rowan's just kind of got a normal thing going on. Has an ugly
actually,
little penchant, but overall, not too terrible of a hand. I mean, already
that
Ishan 10.
if you can replace the penchant as a block, you're looking pretty good, at least decent.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, there you go.
that will
That's good
work.
because now you cut the 8 9, and then you also get to play. Uh, you get to widen your Manzu by another shape, which is fine. Which you are good
And
with.
Jeffrey has two completed shapes in the peen, a Ryanman joint in the so, and then some kind of
The
junk in the
Manzu.
Manzu. But still, the
3 is
hand
a
is
decent floater.
it's serviceable.
Yeah.
Um,
Got options. Ian might call open now. Is gonna commit to Honitsu. Got the pair of
I think
Norse.
that makes
Yeah.
sense for that hand. I think
You it's not going anywhere else. Just call it. Tag on Honitsu so you got a threat. Hit it or back off. You're not committed.
this is Ishan for Rowan. Um, the weight
You're not looking
that's
for
an
6.
odd
You're looking to
draw.
dip
I
on
think you
one
cut one
mon.
mon and see what
Yeah,
happens. Mm.
I agree with that. I think I would have kept that 4 a while ago too in favor of dishing the one mon.
Yeah, the one mon is not
Oh,
well.
I'm telling you, me and you would flounder in this league. We would draw nothing. Hits the one mon pair, so now we're looking at a Shabo, nasty Shabo at that 7 so one mon.
That's just a way that hand went
Yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
I don't fit in Ian's hands.
No, that's gotta
Bad
go.
Suji. Bad Suji is still Suji. A
And it hits at Urda, so
little bit more expensive, but still
yeah,
not
that ends
that
up
bad.
being 2,900 hand with the Homba. So on
Now we
to
go to
these three.
Rowan. East 3.
We've got a completed shape and a nice joint and some other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we
One
got a
Dora.
Dora.
One
We got,
Dora.
that looks, you could make that reach pin Fudora. It's good.
Uh,
Ooh, need a ramen though for that. Jeffrey on the
so
right. Not too
Jeffrey's
much. Sanchoku, A. Around the 6, 7. Looking on that 5, looking on that 8.
potentially, yeah. So there's you got that
Got that in the back.
yeah, I think 5, 6, 7 is definitely in the like in play.
It's reasonable. I mean, even honestly, 6, 7, 8, it's not like terrible. Because, yeah, you're dipping on the 9. You have 5, 6, 6, 7. So you could draw an 8 and then still have 4, 7 round men after that. Like, you got options.
Across the way, looks like it's just going to be Haku. Cuts the 8 so, assuming that they're going to pawn the 9 so.
It's fair. I like it.
Um,
Keeps the illusion of Honitsu up too, which I think is strong here. Might be able to get a ugly 3 that you otherwise would not normally get. Even the 8 if you can end on it.
Heaven looks like is probably going to end up with a Richinomi
Garbage
hand
Kanchan. Yeah.
if they like
I don't think Kevin will
actually
take
find
it.
Tenpai.
The way Kevin's been playing, I doubt. Oh, could find
Mm,
Ipeka though.
the two can come out here.
It's
Yep.
a little bit more value. Rowan
How?
is not quite Ishanten. Working on it. Beyond
Mm,
Shanten at the moment.
Dora too.
That is true. Dora too. Working down.
You can. I
Not
I
feeling
don't.
great.
I
But
would cut the 9 mon there for the Ryokan.
yeah, the 9 mon for the Yonkon. It
Um,
also helps you get towards Tanya, which is
yeah.
important. Gives you another chance to fix that.
So I don't love that cut there. Um,
Jeffrey to the right is still Ishanten. That is still
you can
actually
just cut the
Ishanten
two.
now.
Yeah.
Oops. Headless, looking for that two
Headless,
mon.
headless. Yeah.
Looking for that two mon or 5 for Tanyao. I mean, if you get the two mon, you're reach Tanyao Pinfu Sanshoku chance. So you could have a
That
monster
would be
there.
ideal. Yeah. That that is currently looking like the most dangerous hand.
I mean, Rowan's also like Ishanten right now too with an Entotes. Has to hit 7 mon to get it, but that's door 3
Mm,
too.
yeah.
It's fair.
Just takes
It's fair.
open Tanya Dora 1, which as in this position you do take this Tanya.
No,
Or
this
you
is
do
Tanya
take this
door
Tenpai.
3. This is Mongon Tenpai.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
Yeah, that's Dora.
sorry, Dora
That's money
4.
moves.
Sorry, geez. I totally missed
Ooh,
that
could
developing there.
go. Nah, you can't go back to Shanten. You gotta just take Tenpai here. I might take 6, so maybe that'd be like it. Yeah, 7 is not. Everyone's playing 7 right now, though.
When did Rowan draw all those Dora?
Like back to back, practically. Oh, we're gonna see Tenpai fought on the 3, so it looks bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. It's already, well,
Oh,
I
that's
don't see it
Tenpai
coming out of
too.
Kevin's hand, so.
One mon safe. Jeffrey can throw that. Tenpai on 2 mon for just Tanyao.
Oh, it does come out. But,
You're playing Genbutsu to the dealer every time there. If you're Kevin, you're
yeah,
like, I am fine giving up 2K to get out of that.
yeah, you're defending against the right hand.
Even just Sashikomi there, I think is reasonable to stop Rowan from getting a huge like sumo there. It's late, so you're assuming something's off because they haven't won yet. But yeah, I think that's fair. I'd almost rather the Chanta Dora 1 get taken or the Chanta Yakuai.
Right? Um, I think dealer hand here is pretty straightforward. You call the Hatsu and keep this Dora in hand to pair up. Or not to pair, to hook something up to. Um,
Yeah, it's a good floater. You don't really got too much else going on. The only way I could see it flowing out is if you get like Chun pair and then it starts to look like maybe Honitsu and the Manzu.
Ian has a really strong so shape there. Um,
Very good. Probably
couple
like San
couple
Shanten.
three floaters left to deal with, so a couple steps to take.
Yeah,
That
plenty of time to get
helps.
there though. Plenty of space. Kevin looking pretty
Kevin's
good
hand already looking
across. No, Ryan Shanten, but
to
very good. Ryan
Shanten.
Shanten. A lot of
Yeah, it's a
chances on
good one.
Intotsu here, honestly too. And Kevin is looking like he might greed for it a little bit too with that cut. I think
We've
that's
got.
slightly less efficient. Could be wrong.
I I think he's actually going to. This is it's a little awkward.
Oh wow. Ooh, I don't know if Rowan had the read on that. Chitoy. on the
Yeah. Well,
5, so.
it could have been
Ah, if you wait
intentional.
one turn, you get the West. That's so good. Oh no.
Okay, that's 6.
That's Tenpai on 3. Terrible
Yeah.
hit. Only one left.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you don't reach it.
Yeah. Same deal. No changes there. I guess probably looking for 5 for 3-6 weight. If I'm Kevin, it's like my only upgrade.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Guess you could take the Shabo too, but who cares? Oh, is that gonna come out from Ian? It does.
It
It deals
is.
in. Damn, I guess good call by Rowan. No Ura, don't need it though. That'll be a Mongon.
Well,
Trading
lucky call.
places.
You can't know that somebody's held a 5 for a little bit too long.
Yeah, you ain't wrong with that one. Tell you what, as we go into South round, Ian is now straggling behind, looking to make up some difference. Not too terrible of a high pie to do it with. You're
No, this
missing
is
a
fine.
shape, but you got like reach pin fu. Might even be able to shabo on like 2-so 1 pin in a best case scenario.
Or just
Kevin.
you just gain a pench on block.
Yeah, or just gain a pinch on. I mean, you still got a couple options for how the end of the hand's
Yeah,
gonna look.
if you get that, if you stick something to that 6, you can cut it back out.
Yeah.
Or that 7.
Kevin still working on stuff, not really doing too much. Potentially could have an E2. Little
It's a little far,
clumsy
but
because you don't have
it's
4 or
there.
5. I
Yeah,
mean, it's 3 away. If you're 3 away, you can think about it, but with no 4 or 5, so you can't call your middle block, it's gonna be tough.
right.
Rowan is on Shanten, still a lot of clunk. Got to figure out how to dip on some of those tiles. Check back later. And Jeffrey is not even Ishan. Wow. What a weird
No,
hand.
that's
Okay.
Tucson.
Okay. Hear me out. I'm going to say it. Twitch chat's going to hate me. Korok especially is going to hate me. Steve's going to hate me. You might hate me. You draw 6 peen. You're Jeffrey. How do you feel about dipping on 7, 8, 9?
Um, huh.
They're going to do it. 6P's the one to do it on. That's good
No,
Hanemon shape right there. Oh, I would do it.
does it?
I would shove it. Come on. Jeffrey, it's so tantalizing. The 1P would fit so well, too. Ah,
No, you have
not
a
with on the 3.
yeah. Wait,
Now you would have been Ishan 10 if you took that call. Oh, well, that is
no,
better.
you just take. I think.
Sack all your hand value, but
Mm,
I'm just saying. I'm just
it's.
saying. Hanemon there would have gone crazy. Or I guess it wouldn't have been Hanemon, but Mongon there would have gone insane.
I Yeah. I don't. That's.
That's a
I think
Mr.
the
B
stand.
play. That's a
I
Mr.
think
B
the
play.
standard play is just take your non and steal the Ricci stick, and you like it.
Ooh, really? Oh, Rowan's not even Tenpai. I thought that was Tenpai on Sanshoku there from Rowan. Not quite.
No, not quite. It's one of those hands where your your
Kevin.
um your one, two,
Ah.
three, four, five is really just you need to pair up something.
Who would have thought if Kevin would have just ditched on the E2 and played single Tonki, he would have Ricci Pod Sumo'd on Dora and had more hand value than this E2. What a
Yeah, I
crazy
mean,
world. What a crazy world.
yeah,
Do you ever play
that's
for it? No.
that's a real
But
wall troll right there. This has to stay, I
why?
think.
I think Jeffrey made a misclick there, dropping the south instead of the east.
Yeah,
Because
that's
yeah,
unfortunate.
it's gotta be a misclick because there's no reason not to just keep in Tenpai and then dip on South later if you want to. Ian is thinking through Formon probably here. I think yeah, or double two.
The two is Sotagawa and Suji.
Yeah, with Suji too. I think you do the two. I mean, you could argue four because that's still like you have it double walled off even though you don't see it on board, and Formon you can come back from. Double two, you're kind of struggling to come back from this hand
Well,
and
this
still push other things.
this is going to be interesting because yeah, as noted, unless something weird happens, the 3 mon is dead. So this is just going to go to Ryukyoku.
Yukoku, like a bunch of no 10.
Well,
Ron
if you
got
cut 1 mon
Tenpai.
here, you're technically Tenpai. So
Yaku
like
Tenpai too.
with
Look at
yeah,
that.
Yaku to Tenpai.
Wouldn't have guessed Rome would have gotten there, but again, what a world. Is that no?
What a string. Oh, so there is the Hote.
Yeah.
That's not what I expected to happen, but
Ote Tanyo. Ian upset that the shifts from Rowan actually meant Tenpai on a tile that was just dropped. Bad beat city.
it's not the worst
No.
hit you
Not
could
that many
take.
points, but you lose
But
your dealership over that. I mean, I guess you were
and you
losing it anyway through Bukoku.
you are if your goal is to be positive at the end of the session, this minus you're set up for a -31 right now, and that's no bueno. So
Yeah, that's tough.
let's see. So Kevin, I mean, this hand is headless, but the acceptance is like pretty crazy. So I expect that it won't that this will hit Tenpai shortly.
Yeah. So many good options. I mean, you don't even have to end headless too. You have a Nobeton you could work with. You could just
Ro-
cut from the E-Peiko chance and just make that your
Rowan
own.
calls for Tenpai. I think sees that Kevin is a threat to their second place. Um, across the way, uh, that's two Ryoncons, so that tells you how that's going.
And Ian had a really good hand to start, but hasn't gotten a north yet. Hasn't even really been able to wiggle towards Honitsu, although that's a step in the right direction. Try to get some more value off that hand.
I suppose that's an option.
I mean, you only gotta cut 5, 6. You could go, if you get Itu, what is Itu Honitsu Yakuai again? It's 6. It's Hanemon open, right? Because you get, or no, it's
Not
3, 4.
open.
It's Mangan open, but Hanemon closed as well, technically.
Wow, what a draw.
Oh, you gotta
Okay,
cut
do
5,
you
6.
commit?
You gotta cut 5, 6.
Nah, they don't. They're
Ah,
setting up the
the
two
one
mon
mon or
the
the
two
two
mon
mon.
Kanchan.
Yeah, but you're less likely to draw that though. To draw a 5 or 6 pin. Yeah, it would just be a Tonki, and one mon's not a good Tonki.
No, I mean like you would just like cut west or something. If you drew it to
Oh,
the
that's
Ryanman
smart.
point.
Yeah, but your foo. Does that matter if you con actually? That's 32. It matters if you con and then sumo, but only in that scenario. Otherwise, giving up that foo doesn't do anything. Or I guess it kills it to 50, but
Dora draw for Kevin, the perfect draw. That 3-6 looking pretty gnarly, actually. Only one left on each side.
Yeah. I mean, it is Honitsu suit, though. And you see a lot around it for Rowan. So I don't hate it. You see it's safe to two other people, so they're probably not able to use it in the hand.
Ian ends up Tenpai on just 5 peen, which is could have switched to the Rionman there. Um, decides against for oh well.
Sumo comes out, reach pin Fusumo Dora. Oh, but gets the cheap end, doesn't hit the Ura. That's the big Ura to hit, the 420 Sumo. That's the one where you really, really want to hit an Ura.
Yeah, but it's fine. You
I mean,
are
you'll
you are
take it. You'll take it. Don't
yeah,
get me
you
wrong.
definitely. I think that there were so we had a Honitsu advocate in the chat, and I think given the score situation, I think that
I think Honitsu
y'all
is.
are right about that.
I think you just shove it. Try to get your. It's so good, and like you weren't even open yet, too. Like people know you're probably going for it, but who cares? It's Dora suit too.
I think
So strong.
I think it's one thing if you complete that shape before anything else happens, but
Yes,
I
if you
don't. That's
complete the
not how
shape, then
that's
maybe.
not how it went. So
Yeah. We are gonna see. Speaking of completed shapes, Ian Tenpai on 5-18 right now.
yeah, that was quick.
Very quick Yakuai Dora one.
This
Yeah, and
you
you're not
don't.
taking
Yeah, you
that
don't
'cause
take
you
that
sack
shift because it
Dora.
doesn't do anything. Yeah, and except lose Eudora. So
Could switch to a Shabo there, but there's not really a reason to. I'll take
no,
5-18 over it.
even with 2/8 out, that's not a good. That's not a. I don't think that's the play. Um, around the table, interesting call from Rowan. Unsure what the. Well, now the plan's Tanya, so
Yeah.
they just needed to get rid of a block.
Kevin, interestingly enough, too, is fully committed to a Chitoy with this hand to Ishanten. Doesn't even want
Makes
to mess with keeping acceptance for other stuff open.
with 5 pairs, it has to be a pretty special hand for me to be hedging a normal hand at 5 pairs.
I mean, you're also dealer, and Chitoy is slow AF, so I might
I mean,
go, you know
yeah,
what, let me
that's
build a Tanyao out, and then if you hit the Tanyao out, then, or if you get calls to make it look nice, then you just abandon Chitoy.
I think
Like, I might take that over keeping this one so in my hand, for instance.
I I guess that's fair. I think the idea for the one so was probably Sotogawa trap, but doesn't matter. We
Yeah. I
have
mean, you have that on the
Sumo.
9P too, though. You drop double 8. There's already 1 9 on the board.
That's true. Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
You could just have double Sotagawa, but it's also like, whatever. Who needs it? Who needs it?
What a shape in so here.
Well,
This is
honor, honor.
gonna be
What happened?
well.
I
The
don't think you ever keep it.
unfortunate thing is that if you want to keep that door is gonna be a little difficult to use.
Hey, all you gotta do is draw. Well, I was
The
gonna
door
say 3
indicator.
so, yeah, door indicator, and then you have Entos, but I forgot about a whole nother pair in the hand. I think if I'm Rowan, I'm calling that straight up. Call the 3, dip the east, pawn either 2 so or 7 peen, and then wait on door indicator. I feel a little bit
Already
sad, but
already a Richinomi from Kevin with a
but
two
on a good
five weight.
weight, yeah, 2
Good
5.
weight, yeah. Um,
Oh
this
wow,
two,
but four
the
twos
two,
in the hand of Ian. Hold on.
so I mean, as of right now,
Oh
those
my
twos are
god, Rowan
still
just
like
paired up.
usable. So
Oh my god, he's even paired up Yakuai. There's double
um,
Yakuai's paired up, south and east. Oh, Rowan!
ah,
Rowan doesn't want the smoke. Doesn't even want to shove one so. You watch Dora get thrown. It's Akanashi. Oh, I'm stupid. Actually, it doesn't get you
Now we
anywhere still.
have this hand is now very awkward.
Now it's
Um,
4 pair cheats away.
it's a four pair hand. You have to start cut. You cut one so, or just
Yeah, you're
do
fine with one
something
side.
other
You got
than
two
keep this.
blockers. 6P's not even really that safe. I think Rowan might be short on rope right now. Might be timing out or having worries of timing out on hands.
Um, elsewhere,
Not too much. I mean,
Jeffrey
Jeffrey could
also
think
has
about
a pair
challenging.
surplus.
Yeah.
At the moment.
I mean, 2-4 doesn't look terrible as a drop. Then you still have a pair surplus, but you can
I
cut
mean,
that shape.
you're hoping to pawn. The plan was to pawn double non, presumably, but
Hey, plan's not over yet. There's been a delay in the shipment, but it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Oh, never mind. Kevin
oh,
needs to miss.
Evan really just making these kind of small plays work for him over time. You don't really need a
Dude,
monster hand if you just win
if you
like
just win a bunch.
four modest hands, I guess. So
Although we have some crazy hands to start. Jeffrey's got double Yakuai. Dora already packed in the hand.
that seems like it's likely to probably take this hand. Though what so
Although
crazy
Rowan,
wind business over on the left.
yeah,
Neither wind really actually
is a Yakuai,
helps.
which is a bit
So
of a problem.
I'm not quite sure what the plan is with this call.
Yeah, you don't even really have Toy Toy or Honitsu outs too.
I think this call is just
Gotta make a miracle work, and I don't know how to do it. Oh, well, Toy Toy, hold on. I'm checking the memo for today, and it's saying we're back.
I
Now,
suppose so.
now probably 7 I would think. 7 keep your 3 so, because it's Kabe. Yeah, okay, Rowan. Uh-oh. Oh, that's still Ishan 10 for Jeffrey. You probably just throw 3P back, yeah. Yeah, and Kevin's gone nowhere. Ian has is almost is
Yeah, I think
like ground
Jeffrey's
shunting.
strong.
Ooh, Rowan's gonna play Honitsu here. I think it's a
I suppose
misplay.
that's one way to do it. Yeah. I mean
I feel like Toy Toy's
that's your
better because
kind
you have
of
more con options, and you get to
mm,
keep bad stuff like that.
well, the next time there's any advance over there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess advance is pretty specific. They need to make that cheat or draw into it.
Yeah, or draw Hatsu.
Or yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe if they draw a 2P, they go, oh yeah, Toy Toy's the thing. Don't really need this Hatsu.
The two comes out right now. Yep.
Yeah, that's a misplay too. That's Genbutsu 7P to that dealer hand as well. Could have just been a
Well,
misread.
speaking of Onitsus,
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. I was like, should you maybe ditch the honors and see how you draw, but
no, this is
actually
the hype. The
you're still down is the problem though. Obviously not if you hit like a big Honitsu or Chinitsu,
you
but
can just start calling these Manzu.
try to scare. Yeah, but
Just
if it
go.
goes to Ryukoku, do you pass? You're within 3K, so you could. It's very not guaranteed. Although, geez, maybe you just
You
get
you
Shinizu Baimon, row 1.
Yeah, just
I will say this is my like once a season hand, but with Pinzu. I get like a stupid dealer Shinizu Baimon, like row 1. Every
I
time,
think
once
this
a season.
I think this will just end up being open.
Yeah, it might
Rowan
have
just
to
has to
do.
draw.
Oh,
Oh, well,
well. Oh,
I know that's. I
that's great if the 5 comes. That's no 10. Going has to drop double Haku. Is that?
I'm like reeling from this con. Sorry.
I love it personally. You're
I know
close.
that kills Chintu. It just murders it. Like
That is true. But let me barter with you. Oh well, I was gonna say Suanko Honitsu or Sanako Honitsu, but now that's looking pretty bad. Q7's pretty dead. You're not taking that 5. That 5 don't do shit for you. Don't do a darn thing. Yeah, I will say I definitely like Shinizu chance more than this con for hitting Adora, especially when you're not gonna reach. Like, yeah, it's a
I
bad
think
weight,
I think
but
what people can forget is that 4 tiles in a row.
didn't even
I
reach,
am
didn't even take advantage of the Ura.
I
Tisk, tisk,
I've got some
tisk.
kind of commentator like curse today. I think
It's
I've
commentator
been making
blessing.
myself
Curse for
like
how smart we look. A blessing for the players on the table.
I feel like almost every time I've taken issue with a play.
It works out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is how the bottom league works every time. I almost didn't promote my first season in the bottom league back when that was B3. This is a different land. These are unmarked waters. You can't play with theory and wits in this place.
I mean there's I think most of these plays have some kind of rationale. It's just not one I agree with.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta abandon all your previous knowledge. Ooh, is that 4 pairs? It's
Um
4 for Jeffrey.
yeah, it
It's a
is.
standard cut. I mean, I assume you're
Well,
just.
five pairs now.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did miscount.
But this
I
is
yeah,
one
you
of
just take it.
this is one of those special
No,
case hands where
no.
I could still play it normal, I think, if you
Oh, your
take these
value is
calls.
sacked. Oh my god, what have we done? We'd have a Cheatoy special broadcast awareness for C1 apparently, because all your value is just gone now. All this for 325. Could have it
I
could
would
be
have I would have
Mongon
just
Toy. Could work in Dora more easily.
I probably would have started calling this hand.
It's just not cheat toy. It's just not. Dream for Toy
Well,
Toy. Dream for your Mongon.
nope. You have to. If you didn't take that
No,
one, you
if
can't
you
take
didn't.
this one. Oh no, you're
Oh,
reconsidering. Reconsidering. That's that's
oh.
that's actually fine because there's still a Haku left.
No, there's not. Both Haku are dead. They
Oh,
got
they.
dropped back to
Oh,
back,
never
which
mind.
is why it
That's
was.
never
Yeah, you
mind.
had to. You had your chance. You had
I
to
missed the grayed out one.
sit in your corner.
Now this is sad.
Yeah, it's tough now. I do like the abandoning of Cheetoy. That's like when you start
But you,
praying right before death.
but
But
you abandoned it
yeah,
after you had already committed to it. Now
yeah,
you have. Now
you
I think
can
you
you
just
can
drop the
ask
Haku
for
ban.
repentance at 80, but listen, you still did all the stuff and didn't do it for 80 years, so you got to live with that.
You
You're
I
not.
think you caught Haku there
It ain't
because it's
watch and wait. You
dead.
gotta cut. You gotta cut Haku Haku without a doubt. Absolutely, you cut Haku Haku.
So we're going a little
Little
going a little
topsy
off the
turvy.
rails.
Oh, we're gonna see Ian Adazuke Tenpai right now. The only thing is, I think you need to reach on Hellweight Hatsu
I
if
agree
I'm
with
Ian,
that.
because you need
I think
points,
you reach. Yeah, you reach
and
here.
that
I
gives
think
you
if
3 Han guaranteed on a terrible weight. But and then if a 4 comes out before, if last 4 comes out, then you just skip it and hope you sumo.
I
Because
think I agree with that.
Even Reach Dora sumo is terrible foo. It doesn't. Does that ever? You would have to pretty much manga on like Urabomb. That's the problem here. And Jeffrey's not gonna back out. Jeffrey's looking at this and going, "Let's go. I get to back out of this hand now." And everybody else will too.
I don't really. I would not choke this nine so here with Totagawa.
Imagine if Formon gets thrown out. Last 4 comes. That'd be crazy. Well, I mean, somehow Jeffrey is Tenpai. Could potentially still throw
Both.
with something
One
scary.
Formon left.
One Formon, one 4-peen, one green. Sumo would be Mongon on green for Ian. Would be enough to get second. Or, excuse me, third. Oh my god, you broke for 9 mon and then got reward. Dog, what is going
I've
down? What is happening?
I
Uh, you know
nine
what?
mon
Sure. We go another. We go another.
Naimon
Uh,
was Suji and
I mean, there were none out. That was the thing. There was an Anko and
I
Rowan's
guess it
hand.
could have been. I guess it
So it
could have
was
been
scary.
Chubbo.
Yeah, so I'm, but like, come on, man. You're up enough. The game ends. You still take your first. I, I don't know.
We're having an end of the night here at on
Yeah,
Armall Tuesday night. So
yeah, I get it.
let's. Okay, so what's going on here?
We got a Yaku eye pair
We're
and some
probably going
decent
to end
shape.
up waiting on Dora. Um,
Ian has a whole lot of not too much happening to start.
wow, that Phil.
Kevin has shapes and tiles. It's
That
about what
looks
I
like
can
a
say for that.
that looks like it could be a Honitsu in like row 3 if it gets there.
Yeah, I can see you in 3 rows. Rowan actually has a good. Rowan's Ishanten. Rankan Kanchan.
Oh, yeah. So it is.
Not worth anything, but I mean, hey, not fourth.
It could be worth not being fourth. Yeah.
It's true. Especially when you're like down and you're not promoting, especially in the bottom league where you know you can't demote. Like I think there's a lot of value to players if they know like okay, I'm kind of out of promotion, just being
Okay.
taking
Do you,
every game at face value.
I think you switch Ryancons here. Or no, oh no, you
I
take
like
this
that,
one
yeah.
because this could give you this
The
6/7 weight.
5-6-7. Although the 7
Yeah.
is not dead, so it's basically 6B weight.
But yeah, actually, Jeffrey is just waiting to pwn Hatsu here for Tenpai is I assume what's happening. But
Yeah.
Kevin is probably gonna hold on to it for a decent while longer.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin has a
No.
reason.
Why I
I don't
don't
know if floating 4 is my answer to that. If you
I
throw
don't
3 so, I can understand 3-so there.
I don't think this is a time you step back
Yeah,
and
2-4. I don't
cut a
like
shape
2-4
and cut a
with
block.
floating 4. I could understand cutting 3-so there. 3-so I think is fair. It's a San Menchan. You can back up on the pair if you need to. You still keep this nice floating 4. You have options afterwards, right? But yeah, backing out of Dora for
Well,
just that is
the three
not.
so was the until like up until that other draw was going to be the pair in case you could pawn Hatsu.
Well, yeah, but I'm fine with going headless even if Hatsu comes out, right? I have options later. I'm fine playing the Tonki game, but I just don't like cutting 2-4 for that. Well, you can cut one
Well, I
mon.
guess you can cut one.
4-so wait, who's Tenpai on 3 mon? Oh, Ian got Tenpai on 3 mon. And Kevin's got Oho Nitsu.
Cheat,
Okay.
cheat
Oh
toy,
my
cheat toy.
god.
Is this
Oh,
gonna be
it's
it?
gotta. Yeah. It looks so good.
Is it? Are we gonna end? No.
Spider Sense, hold on. That's actually an insane. I would have thrown that 10 out of 10 times. I would have been so mad. Oh
Me
my
too. I
god.
cheat toy. This cheat toy would have nailed me every time
Oh, 10 out of
because it
10.
always does.
Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
Kevin, you villain. Ugh. Oh, and
Nasty,
Paimon for
nasty.
just for on top. Man, Cheatoy propagandist. I can't take it. Oh wow, that actually gets Kevin first.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't even think
you
about that. Direct hit was super big
direct
there.
hit by yeah, by Mon.
Oh, I will say, looking at the score though, Jeffrey would have just been below Kevin, even if somebody else dealt in. Jeffrey would have been under by 1900.
Oh wow.
That is a disgusting
Well,
buy. Man, on
that's
Cheatoy, I can't stand Cheatoy propagandists. They're gonna run with that one. They're gonna cite that source for the next 2 months. Can't take it, Michael. I can't
well, as
take
long
it.
as it's not me dealing into it, it's fine.
That's true.
Is that it for the night?
I'm checking on this other game to see how far along it is. 'Cause there is still one more that's partially done. There's South one. It's worth covering. Got A2 going on. A2 something. I'm
What
unsure.
game in the series is this?
This game 2 in the series.
Okay.
I
So
think
this
it's
would be this. They're not going after further than this. This is probably the end of
no, no,
the.
no, no, no. Yeah, this is normally Dustin's table likes to play 4, but with Richie Nomi nonsense, no one's doing it. Let's see.
Cheap dealing for Dustin here. Just a minute while we get the standings updated.
Yeah, we're getting it through, getting these accurate. What else we got on the table? We got
Alex,
JSDF is
Jonathan, and
Jonathan.
Sarah.
Yeah, is it Jonathan.
So if I recall the standings, Jonathan is within like potential promotion
Jonathan's plus
range.
33, so Jonathan can.
Dustin is in the middle, and Sarah is kind of
Sarah's gonna have to
we
have a
don't say
miracle.
impossible, but we
Improbable.
this this is looking like you just play your best games and have fun.
Yeah. This is tough. Jonathan with the early Ricci too. Gonna be waiting on just 5-mon Kanchan. Not too much else to challenge. Sarah, I mean, could challenge. Has Cheetoy. Very defensive hand too. Something to fight back with. Alex is gonna want to keep this dealership. But that
Could end
Ryan
up
Khan and
with
everything
that
you gotta
one.
cut is tough.
Sarah could end up on one Mon Chun Shabo.
It's not terrible.
Um, if if the 4-0 is drawn, I mean,
4 or 1, so yeah.
or 4 or 1. So the one, oh yeah, yeah.
Probably prefer the you're preferring the one hit the
Sorry,
Epeko.
I was trying to just like the cheat toy thing was thrown. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
prefer the one.
And I mean, the only problem is though the tune also is already once out on board just because you can see it in the dead wall, which makes it significantly worse too.
I think it's
One's not
fine.
terrible, yeah.
It's fine.
I guess it depends how much you want to respect this reach, which is your Sarah. You don't really have too much of a reason to.
I
Sarah's
think
gonna
that
want to try to
probably
get some
sounds meaner than
points.
you intended it to.
No, but I mean it's the fact of it, right? Like you need a bunch of points. Like it's an early reach too. Um, you're a little worried about not
Oh,
seeing, or you see the Dora.
I thought you meant respecting
No, 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 no,
Sarah's
no, no,
reach.
no, 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 no. Not
Okay.
Sarah's reach. If you're Sarah wanting to respect Jonathan's reach.
Oh no, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I think as Sarah, you kind of just you push into it and hope it doesn't hit. Although now that
I
Dustin's
understand.
in the mix too, now it's
Maybe
a
not so
bit more
much now.
iffy. Yeah,
I think yeah, you fold out now.
yeah, that's fair. You still got a dealership left too. That's a nice part. So you could make the God plus 300 South 4. Oh, Jonathan deals right in the Dustin. Reach Tanyao. Nothing.
Well, nothing
Nothing.
except getting over 30K, so
It's true.
keeping yourself in the game.
Sarah's now the only one under 30, but that means that with a couple sumos, Sarah is able to easily get people under 30 with her last dealership.
Yeah, you don't not it would not be a fun time to start this off with this negative 30.
Yeah. Wait, are they still in their first game?
That's what it looks like.
Why? I could have sworn I just saw them do two. What is going on?
Is are the standings? Hold on, let's check
The
the.
standings, they definitely have played two today. So the standings must just be bugging out for some reason.
The Discord isn't showing a result either.
Maybe that's why. Something a little off. Oh yeah, yeah. Chase just put out an announcement a couple minutes ago.
Oh, is that what it
So
is?
yeah, so standings are a little off. So that actually means we don't. Here, you talk through the hands. I'll see if I can wrestle up what happened last game.
All right. So Jonathan here has an Itsu chance in the Manzu, but really the rest of the hand is looking like it's just shaping up to it. You cut the 1-2 here and just take. No, it's committing. I'm wrong. So he's committing to the E2. I suppose it's actually already all assembled, so that makes sense. Um, and Sarah has, let's see, that looks like two Shanten. F hoping to draw on Dora to make it more than just Richinomi. Across the way, Dustin has some pretty strong shapes, but has a Kanchan block, a 4/6 Kanchan block that is not
Yeah,
ideal.
tough.
And
Alex on the
Alex
left. Not really too much going on. I mean,
is
the
has a
Ishanten on a
has a good
Shavo.
Ishanten, or is it? It's a decent Ishanten.
I
Yeah,
mean, oh, the
you
both
end up
nine
on
sos are dead
no.
though, and a
So never
five
mind.
on.
It's
So
not a
yeah,
good
it's
Ishanten.
yeah. Maybe honestly, in situations like this, do you think it's worth it just to cut? Oh, now you cut double nine
Now
easy.
you cut a pair.
You
You cut
cut
the
double nine for
nines.
Tanya, yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say in a situation like
Wow. Just
before,
just
you
draw
do
into your
five.
E2. Look, make
Oh,
me
on the
look dumb
terminal with an
again.
early eight. Look at that. What is that? Four in the wall? 2-6, 2-9. It's pretty
Mm,
good.
yep.
Oh, Alex might fire back. It's versus dealer. It's scary, but it's 1-4. It's just as good. Oh, they're 3-1s out. Never mind. I should probably look at the board before I say stuff. Ugh. I mean,
No,
hey,
we're.
that last one looks pretty harmless right now.
I suppose so. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, Jonathan
this is going to
Subas.
be
That's a lot.
pretty
That's Hanemon?
significant.
Guaranteed?
Mm,
Ongon?
If
Oh,
on
Hanemon with the Ura.
with Ura, yeah,
That's super big for Jonathan. Now all of a
that's
sudden, Jonathan's looking
gigantic.
competitive. Depending, Alex is on the same table too. A2 is Snake Ladder, so like basically, for those watching, it's like however you end session 5 decides your matchups for session 6 based on where you placed for situations like this. So it's not like the bottom 4 people playing against each other or any nonsense like that. So if Jonathan does really good and Alex does bad, like all of a sudden this could be, they could essentially swap, even if it's not just this game, because there's still one game that's been wiped from the record, the Void Century game that was just played.
Do we know about how that one ended up?
I have no idea because it's not in game results, which I think you had said before. They're still playing, so I can't ask them like, "Hey, what happened? What were the scores?"
So it's
But
hard to make pronouncements about the standings at the moment. Um, yeah, this if Jonathan gets a big win here,
it could be
setting
very
himself up
nice.
nicely for an extra slot, which we know that there probably will be.
I have no idea how it's working with hiatuses. It's gonna be wacky. I don't know. Like,
Nice. Jonathan could is.
oh,
Are we gonna get another
loving those
E2
Itsus, huh?
from Jonathan here?
4 pin.
Uh,
The 5 so kind of blows. It's not a very
yeah, the shapes
good
aren't
accompaniment.
fantastic for this, but you could just draw into it again.
Tenpai is Tenpai. I mean, to be fair, it's 5 pin no Yaku Dama from Sarah. It's the only challenge right now.
Yeah, I think Sarah's waiting for some
Ooh,
kind of upgrade here. Is there going to be a? There could be a four
Suji.
pin Ricci,
Yeah, it's fair.
but who trusts this? Who trusts this move anymore?
I mean, the
Does
thing is,
Alex?
it's
Probably
Suji's.
not.
Suji's still Suji. I wouldn't trust that he pots, but if I'm a washing later, it may come out.
This
You
I've
never
been burned
know.
by this by being like, would they try this? Yes, it
Oh
turns
yeah,
out they did.
they absolutely they would, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, what are the chances they actually did with everything else on the board? And do I have to fear this? Because if they ever do this like Ryoncon reach where they Suji trap the reach out, the one nice thing about it is it's not, it's not Pinfu, and they had a
Sure.
Roncon going to that. So really their big value is probably from a bunch of Dora or Sanshoku.
Oh, here we're gonna. Is he gonna Dama? No, he
Oh, it
just.
doesn't want the two?
It's spooked.
Oh, come
Oh,
on. 4P
oh
is
no,
going to be a 2.
we already discarded the 9. So I
Uh,
was thinking that he was giving up Itsu, but that was already given up.
just doesn't even want the hand. Dang.
Doesn't really need it at this point.
It's true. Ends up doing it. But again, it's not worth anything. It's Rijinomi. Which I think, again, that's a really nice thing about that specific Ryoncon Suji. That as long as you know where Dora is, and as long as you know it's not like Sanchoku, odds are it doesn't have a lot of value to it. So even if it's trapped, probably not worth a
Yeah,
lot.
until they hit Urasan.
And then you just bad game. That's that 10%. You just gotta hold this sometimes.
This is an interesting
That
hand
is a high pie. I
for.
don't know if I like Dustin doing that. That seems like a Dustin. I have had a couple drinks and decide that I want to play for Honitsu because I need to go up. Which I actually, looking at the standings, assuming Dustin's plus minus 0 from where he is as we can see it, because again, there's still another game. I don't
I
hate Honitsu here. It's
I don't.
actually
I mean,
you want to get a repeat more than anything actually, so I think you got to just play it standard. There's too many. There's too much. You know
we're
what I
not.
mean? It's too
There is
far
dealer.
away.
We're not
Yeah.
on. So I think Dustin does not. So right now, Dustin is slated to take um, a
Oh, I'm
minus
on the
9.
wrong hand. Oops.
Yeah.
I forgot that when I refreshed it, it did not autocorrect the right
So
way. Oh, so Dustin's not dealer. So yeah, you definitely play Honitsu there. Never mind. I agree with that play
well, he's not
100%.
playing it, and he looks like he completed his shape, and
Uh, I guess yeah, you're only down 1,000, so just getting any win here is worth something.
I mean, you'd like to be able to win this hand open, but
Yeah.
you actually have to have a way to do that.
So
Uh,
Dora,
Sarah's hand
Alex,
here is
Ishan 10 with
yeah,
double
just
round men,
two
reach Pinfu.
double Ryanman each on 10.
All round men's great. No, you care? Not really. Just take it.
They're fine.
Yeah, Alex has
The
got a
5-8, the 5-8 is running slightly thin. Um, but you take it anyway.
yeah, you just slam it. Hope someone else has another one they can't use.
Looks like Alex
And the chance to
never got a
call.
chance.
Ooh.
Oh, well,
I
there's
thought
the
they might
call.
have passed the Hatsu. I could be wrong though.
Doesn't
Ooh, and that gives Sarah the draw.
All right.
Reach
Well,
Pinfu Sumo.
you're still behind, but there's a chance. It doesn't take that much to
Oh,
overtake either
this
Alex
is one
or
of 12, Michael. Don't worry. Sarah's about to make the dream run.
You've been at this for a while, so I kind of hope that she doesn't.
I mean, she's
But she
got good
could.
shape.
Yeah, well, yeah. That that's a little bit of an awkward draw, but you keep it for now.
Yeah. Dustin, not too much going
Dustin
on.
gonna fish for the 7-8 7-8 9 probably.
Yeah, maybe even try to play it as like a Jun-chan, even though that kind of blows. But
Um, Alex probably interested in just calling for Chundor 1.
oh yeah, just keep second
And
here. Stay up at the top.
Jonathan has a pair surplus, but could potent
Jonathan, it needs to try to
is
figure out how to get value. I guess probably looking for a reason to cut the penchant.
doesn't really just wants to end the game, but doesn't have a
Yeah,
good way to do it right now.
yeah.
Mm, we're close. I think you just what do you cut here? That's what I would have done at least. You don't that 3 is just kind of sticking off of the shape there.
Oh, oh,
What a nice draw.
wow. Tanya, Ipeko, Pinfu
Team
Reach.
Fu.
It's
Yeah.
Mongon minimum. You sumo, you get the fifth on. 5-8, looking pretty good too. Still four in the wall.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, halfway
Not
through
coming
row
out of
two,
Dustin's
nothing
hand,
better.
but it could
Ah! Dustin takes his chi, it's Dora. Doesn't know on it. I guess the Sanshoku Junchan close is
Sanshoku
probably what you want
is
more of the time.
yeah.
If you get Sanshoku Junchan Dora open, is that still Mongon? Is that 1-2-1? Oh, don't even need it. That's gross. There's still two 7Ps left in the
Just
wall,
draw into
too.
it.
Oh
Oh my god.
my.
Wow.
Wow.
Injustice for Sarah.
Oh my.
That's so brutal.
Oh
Jesus.
my. And the Ura for the Baimon. That's so gross.
What a way to go.
Oh, Dustin got first with that. No, never mind.
No,
I'm off by 10. Late
it's
in the night, massive hard. But
at,
still,
pour one
massive
out. Pour
win.
one out for Sarah. F's in chat.
I would love to know how that before game went, because especially with that result, like depending on how bad Jonathan and Point did game one, or
Yeah.
Alex, and depending on how good Dustin did game one, they could all be like right on the cut line right now.
Well, if that was game two, I think that is actually it for the night, right?
Yes, that is actually the last one.
All right. Well,
So
folks, thanks for tuning in to
yeah,
this Tuesday night coverage where we hit some C1 games and a little
T1
bit of
and some
A2.
A2. I mean, we
A
started
little
with
bit.
A2 too, so
Yeah.
we did a decent bit
Um,
of A2.
so hopefully that was some satisfactory Mahjong entertainment for you. Make
Man,
sure to tune
session
in
6.
tomorrow for
Mm-mm.
our regularly scheduled Wednesday stream.
Yes, not sure at what time. Normally it is at 8, but right now the only two tables are scheduled for, or I guess 8 EST. Right now the only two tables are scheduled for 6 PST and 8 EST. But if you're in the Discord, just keep an eye out. We'll post an event up with accurate times tomorrow. Or even on Twitter, I believe we make posts about it. Or you can just hit the bell on the Twitch. It's like a little bell icon. You can notify it, little follow thing, and it'll say, "Hey, Armel's live." Just keep
All
your
right.
schedule free. You're gonna want to catch every bit of these games. You
Yeah,
saw the
so we are in
craziness that we saw.
yeah, we are in the final stretch for the spring season. There is still, I believe, a few days to sign up for if you want to join in for the summer session, but
Yeah, I could
we're going to have some
actually. Let me check that.
exciting matchups for with high stakes for promotions and demotions coming up.
It's
So,
session 6 again. It's always something. And June 19th, you got one more week. One more week. Juneteenth, June 19th. That's the last day to sign up. If you're not already in Armel, do it. It's fun. All you have to do is live in the U.S. That's it.
or
Or
be
be
an
a
American
citizen of the
citizen.
U.S. Yeah, two things.
But that will be it for us. So this is Michael and Harrison signing out for the night.
Yep.
Have
Have
a
a
good
good
one.
night, y'all. Take care.